I don't know the lyrics. Always, I know that you'll be at my show. Right there. Watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. What does he say? What does he say? There you go, no, yeah. Keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. Then I will go on my little windmill. That's weird. Hello, Rashi. All the
happy birthday. You aren't singing with enough nasal for that song.
small things, truth cares, truth brings.
Barely gonna get this in the oven on time. Barely. I'm barely going to get this one. Oh no. I'm not sure remote is.
You know what I should do is I should find the one of, remember when you know when Noelle got us those
It's on my Facebook somewhere.
it wasn't, when was it? It wasn't 26, was it 20, was it 2016? I feel like it was 2017.
No. 2016 makes sense though because
No, I think it was a year later. I think it was a year, I'm betting 2017. Dude, it was! Let's go get rolled.
I would, but it's my birthday. You can roll me on my birthday.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tag you in just because I'm sweet. Always, I know that you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off and carry me home. Keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. Somewhere another little windmill. Na 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 na.
I hope this turns out. I am definitely rushing at this point.
I need a good quality meme. I'm running out of memes, bro. I need to start downloading some of the corn stuff that you send me on Instagram. Mother's a personal problem. Have I done the cow one yet? I don't think I've done the cow one yet. I'm definitely doing the cow one.
Oh yeah, the sound was fine.
Dude, I hope the audio works. The last one, the audio, I uploaded a video, it didn't work.
Even without the
Yeah, let's
audio.
test it.
البلبل هيج قلبي الثمل الماء صوت صفير البلبل هيج قلبي الثمل الماء وزه مع مزاج صوت صفير البلبل هيج قلبي الثمل الماء وزه مع مزاج.
Alright, we got all the pings out. We got all the pings out. No, that's fine. I gotta chat with everybody for a little bit. Alright, hey, hello everybody. Hello Varashi, Sneaky Splashy, happy birthday, Smile, Happer. Thank you, I appreciate it. Nolan, thanks for the sub. You weren't singing with enough nasal for that song? Oh yeah. All the small things. What's up, Captain Meatball, singing for the birthday? Hello, Captain Ravage, you look good for 47. Shut your dirty old mouth. Happy birthday, handsome. Thank you, Thomas. Happy birthday, Shorty. Shut your dirty old mouth.
Go, Shawty. It's your birthday.
Happy birthday, and thank you for the great meta video. I had to explain it. Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm glad you liked it. I was like trying to edit it as quickly as I released it, but yeah, our short king. All right, well listen, I hope you enjoy your short timeout.
Oh.
Dude, I am such a thug. I am so good. Yo, Gagor, thank you for the gifted subs. Congratulations to Ray Cunt, Forgotten for the Franco Brother, Captain Ravage, New Moon, Mr. Zelly. Oh, hey, Zelly. King Draco, Cyberfish, funny name, 420. Minato Mori 1 and Toby the Terrible. Thank you so much for the gift of subs, mate. I appreciate it. Happy birthday. Thank you, Arietta. Mashed potato. Hey, mashed potato. Hey, what's up, mate? Surviving another year is no small feat, especially in my household. Not pointing any fingers, though. Zelly, thank you. Snacky, thanks for the sub. Salty boy, hello. Gecko. What's up, Gecko? How you doing, brother?
Finally middle-aged.
Long time no chat. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Can't wait till you reach 60.
Yeah, won't be long. Gecko, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the sub bag. It's 54 months.
Love the content.
How does it feel to be 79? I don't know. Ask your mother. Spylo's as old as me now. Yay. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want to share anything with the Sombra main. Let's just put it that way. Double birthday, thank you for the sorry. Diet Cupcakes, thank you for the kind words, man. I appreciate it. Yo, get amazed. Thank you, French guy. I appreciate it.
Here, wait, please.
Get amazed at happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Birthday mug.
Yeah, it's birthday mug. Guess what's in the birthday mug, chat? It's water. It's water. Thank you, Prohili. Has been subbed as many months as Spylo has been alive. Is that? I'm trying to think about that one. George man, thank you. Clups, finally middle-aged. Happy for you, can't wait to reach 60. Thank you for the sub, Pineapple. Happy birthday, coach. I appreciate it. I appreciate it for the sub, mate. Chance, happy birthday. Love the content. Loves and kisses. Hey, Spylo, do you know the famous quote from the last in the movie 7? I feel like I know it. I know of the movie 7. I haven't seen it. What's the thing with the 7? I don't know the final quote, though. Dude, I hope you're doing also. Got to play some games with you and Cody and Sherman. Yeah. I chat with Sherman now. Cody's still in my Discord. I haven't heard from Cody in, like, I swear, a year, though. He's in my Discord. I don't know where the son of a gun is. Sombra and Tracer main. It balances out. That's true. That's, like, the least degen main that there is, besides, like, Winston, you know? So make sure to say hello to a Robin or Cardinal today. It's good luck. That's good. Did you know that? I didn't know it's good luck. You know, on our road sign, our street signs, there's many little cardinals. You know, when we first moved here. It's really cool. Happy birthday, Short King. Go off. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy your time out as well. I am a cruel master. Limos, happy birthday, Smilo. Hi, thank you, Copper. What's in the shocks? What is he saying? Some for as many years as... Yeah, I figured recently. I ignored that. I wish I could time out a moderator. Shark Gata, happy birthday. Thank you. What's in the box? We're about to find out. I have no idea. Hey, Kron. Happy birthday, big old man. At least you called me big. That's the first time that Kron has ever called me big. Yeah, it's fine. I can't tell if I'm flattered or a little bit like I'm concerned about your mental health now. Are you okay, Kron? You didn't make a short joke. Are you okay? What's up, Paulify? Cheers, Jolly. Thank you, Razor. It's your birthday too? Nice, dude. Welcome to the club. Happy birthday, Melis Wins. Thank you, mate. Switched up for your birthday for once? Wow. I appreciate it, mate. I would have preferred a lot of cash better, but that's all right. There's a small amount of bubble wrap in the box and nothing else. Yeah, it's gonna be like, okay, true story. My dad got this massive box. Not gonna lie, congrats to the gifted sub. Thanks, Matt. He got this massive box for his birthday when he was a kid, and you guys could probably see where this is going. Unwrap, 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 until it's literally, it was like a miniature, it was a hamburger puzzle. It was like a 50-cent hamburger puzzle. Neo, 64 months. Now there's your joke recently. Thank you for the sub, mate. Not getting timed out for teasing you. Yes, that's the biggest perk. Yeah, cheers, mate. I appreciate it. Night Owl, Flamewater, hey. Vigaboid, Kron is only ranked 2, so he isn't allowed to make jokes. That's true. Peasants, I don't hear peasants. I don't hear peasants. That doesn't happen. I made JV a call. Congratulations, mate. Congrats. Happy birthday, all the best. Hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much. But yeah, congrats on the JV meet. That's sick. A small mountain over there. Okay, Kron is still recovering from the TikTok Moira game. I have pity. Happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your 40s. Yeah, well, you're just super, super hilarious. Just the funniest little guy there is. All right, yo, Peeper. Because I got another gift today that I'm supposed to open on stream. Listen, you guys just wish that I was in my 40s, because that would make you feel better. But do you see this body? I mean, come on. I don't even, look at this. Look at that definition. I don't even need to wear skin tight clothing. I just look like the athletic bod. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm 29 now. I am not a relic. You don't know what a relic means.
I'm a relic. Alright, just getting my.
All right, so
Do you want scissors?
I'm gonna use my teeth.
Where are the pink scissors?
I don't know. Just a knife is fine.
That's fine. Alright.
All right, so this one's from Cheery. What's up, Luster? Happy birthday, Buff Hardtack. Thank you. Well, actually, I'm not technically Buff Hardtack, but yes, I appreciate that. See, somebody gets it though. Now I know why you ask how's it hanging. Man, I don't say that. I don't say that. You know what happens is my family makes fun of me for saying things that they don't understand, including my sister who's younger than I am, because I'm hip with the kids. I know the cool things to do. That's the whole point. Oh yeah, this is a pepper balloon. And then there's a bee balloon.
B-Day.
That doesn't really make any sense. It says Happy Bee Day.
They
But
have balloons.
it's
They're
not,
happy
it's
little
kind of,
balloons.
it is what it is though. Please don't say that, buddy.
They're
Say
fun.
what? I am hip with the
What
kids.
happened to the rest of your side? It just says happy.
Happy, well, that's good enough. Hey, Genuine, thank you for getting the sub, mate. Congrats to Celery Man. I appreciate the sub.
Celery man?
But it's the least you can do. I kind of cringe when you nerds in the Discord. Shut up! Why am I getting violated on my birthday? Don't leak my address. Why, you guys? Listen, here's the rule. If you guys are gonna, well,
You guys are gonna.
okay, what am I trying to say here? If you guys are gonna bump off my house, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
At the very least, give me money first. All right? If you're gonna steal my computer, at the very least, give me some money first.
I'm getting changed in between.
Nice. Okay, so first box here before we get to the behemoth. Yo, thanks for gotten.
These sound like Hobbit pants. Look,
It's
because
Parkinson's already. Shut up. Shut up. Why are they just gonna steal it back? That's what you think.
That's actually pretty good.
Happy birthday, Philo.
Look at that.
Yo,
drawing.
okay, check this drawing out, y'all.
Thank
She did. The jawline is not quite sharp enough. It's not quite sharp enough. I would have preferred a little bit more body showing, maybe like a little bit of butt, a little bit of stomach, at least pectorals, So it's a little bit too modest for my taste. Any chance at a full camera? Yeah, I guess I probably could. Yeah, actually, I should do full camera, shouldn't I? Let's do this. We should create a new scene. Wait, scene 3. Oh, this is our situation is not improved. Is this it? Wait.
Should I bring a Marty over?
Is that better? So there's more. I don't know if I can make it wider though. Wait, and then I can add chat. I'll add chat. Wait, what is it? Is it media source? Or no, it's browser. Yes.
How many mugs do you have over here?
Is this better? Is this better? Is this okay? Dude, what are you talking about, weak chin? This is Gibraltar, bro. Screw off. Is this better? More cam? I don't know how to though, man. I don't think I can. Because I can't do 2 sources of the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I found the scissors. These are children's
There you go.
scissors.
There. That's good.
Yo, this is actually great, you know why?
Look. I'm trying to create a new source, but it won't do the new source thing because it's already using the thing. Hey, Bevan, thanks for the
This
sub.
is
Thanks for the happy birthday. Cheers, mate.
This is the best birthday present I could ask for, you know why?
Why?
Because I need brown paper to ripen my tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Like a real cringe.
So yeah. Okay. Long story short, I don't want to drag it the rest of the way because it's gonna get in the way of the chat. Is it? I mean, I guess I could. Is that better? There. That's good enough. Okay. Torbjorn. Classic Skin Edition. I'm really trying to be grateful, but this is a short joke, isn't it? It's a short joke. This is a short joke. It's a short joke, yeah. So, no, you're not getting a thank you for that, okay?
Oh, there he is.
And then, wow, look at this. I get this load of crap. And, okay, the drawing was pretty nice. And then, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. First off, look at the drawing. Her drawing is way better than mine.
Is this for me?
Yes, it's for you.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
Look at that. Way better, and it's a nice,
Looks
it's a
like
nice,
me.
classy book. It looks interesting. You know what it is? You know what?
Look at the little
Dude, bro. What?
Oh, this is so cute.
I thought he would look
Thank
good on
you.
your desk. Yeah, well,
His desk is pretty small.
yeah. It
Dang,
will.
this
It
is
will.
sick. Dang, I
Torb
need a
has to
book.
stay in camera from now on. Man.
I'm really excited to read this actually.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheery. I appreciate it.
Oh, look at
Don't
the
open
pictures.
it? What? What do you mean don't
It's
open it?
valuable. Keep it boxed.
But she
Look.
says look at it. Look
put
on the
it like-
desk.
Yeah, like this. Like, just like this. Like this.
Where do you have a beardless Torb doing the thing? What? You never open them?
No. You
Spillo,
save it.
you literally
The box
branded
was-
yourself using Torp Hammer.
Okay,
Not
look.
everything is about feeling
Look.
short.
But it. Okay. All right.
All he
shoot.
has right now is this. And
Also, look inside the book. Look inside the book. Okay, Cheery, should I open it? Yes or no? You're the boss here.
no.
No, let's.
No, it's like 3D. Or not 3D, like the holographic.
How tall is Spilo? I'm not.
Check it out. Look at him.
not.
He goes. He looking.
Yo, yeah, check it out, y'all.
I'm never gonna read the book now.
Yes, open. Promise it's okay. Okay.
Way too ADHD.
Just don't destroy the box. Well, I was gonna gnaw it with my teeth. My bad, guys. That's too bad. That was like I really wanted to just destroy it. You know me. That's the thing I do is destroy boxes. It's a bomb.
I feel like they
I can't open it. Ah! Okay, now I understand why you warned me because this is kind of hard to open actually.
don't open it then.
Well, the big one is a bomb. Yeah. Well.
Dang, I really want to read that.
All right. Yo, guys, this is like a legit thing.
What?
Like I thought this was like some Funko Pop thing, but nah, this is really cool. Yo, you guys see this? It's even got his a little change of underpants in there, you know?
What?
No, I'm showing you.
It's a Barbie.
It's got like fire and stuff. Spilo the type of guy to have a girlfriend that's more buff than him? Yeah, you know what? At least I'm the type of guy to have a girlfriend. How about that one, you know?
You don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah. Dang, this is sick.
Can I see? He's got a little. You should use a little tiny hammer and go like this. Ting, ting, ting. Hit
Yeah.
the desk with that hammer.
Yeah, no comments about the tiny hammer, okay?
Tiny hammer.
Cheers, Kenobi. Hope you've been doing well, mate. I want to see you back on that. I heard the Contenders thing was banger. I'm looking forward to checking it. You guys did the Contenders thing, yeah? The EU stuff? You and Rich, yeah? I'm gonna check it.
Oh, hi, Mari.
Miss chatting with y'all. You were NA finals?
Really pretty cool.
I thought for sure you guys were EU.
Dude,
But whatever, I'll take it. I heard NA was banger too. Didn't like the big boys get knocked out? I heard Goliath fell.
this is like a retro one. He has a health
Dude, EU and NA finals were sick.
He has an armor pack. It's so
Yeah, Wisp won, right? Should old acquaintance be a box? You're hilarious. Like actually better than Al? Yeah, I believe it. I believe
This
it.
is like pretty cool actually.
It's the first time we've had 2 7-mappers. Yeah, that's sick. Wait, AU was all the way too? Cloudy didn't win, however. That's right. If Cloudy doesn't win, it's not worth watching. All right, Cheery, this is super generous, Cheery. This was not only super generous, but this was also super thoughtful. So I appreciate that. That was very nice. Really, really nice gifts, both of those. Thank you so much.
Those were really cool.
That was super generous. I forgot the new kitty's name. Grimbjorn. You're close. Grimbjorn. From Lord of the Rings. Grimbjorn. We call him Grim. She calls him Grimby. I freaking hate Grimby.
Ramping.
Thank you, Cherry. Claudia's tilt queuing Ryan no shield after losing EU finals. Yeah, well, we all deal with depression in different ways. Is Spyro the type of guy to be thankful on his birthday? Yeah. No, it's this here. Grim Bjorn. Cheers, Kitty Lord. I appreciate it. All right. So now whatever this is, like really, I honestly have no idea. I don't even have a guess like what this is. Yo, Pepper, should I like stab this sucker?
Here. Like it's like cutting a cake.
C4. Don't just stab it.
No, you need to find a seam. Right here.
It's a life-size replica
Wait,
of you.
scissors?
Dude, first thing, we were taking a walk this morning, and Pepper was like, yo, we should do like a forced perspective thing where the box like looks like twice as tall as you. Dude, she was fixing to drag this thing in the backyard to do a forced perspective shot to make me look short. You guys think you're bad? Dude, it's nothing but jokes. Is she taller than you? No, she's not taller than me.
Look, stand next to me.
No, she's not taller than me. Not even close. Screw off, man.
Hang on.
Yeah, we were joking with Baggins. We're like, you know, Baggins, is this you in here?
He too big. He too tall.
Distortion and trickery? Yeah.
The real trick is how did Spyro make himself look taller than me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pepper, stop bending your knee.
I was just like backing in the background.
Okay, so.
I'm coming back.
Oh my gosh.
Is it a picture of you?
It's a lot more than that. Hang on, let me actually unwrap this
Is
here.
it a picture of me?
Yo, chat, this is actually pretty dank. I'm not gonna lie. Check this out. Oh, I gotta show it to you first.
What the heck?
Dude, who did this?
That's so cool!
You guys are the same height even when your hair do like that? Shut up!
This is the coolest thing ever. You're wearing the same shirt!
Whoa, what the heck, y'all?
Ah, they can see us!
Dude, I'm wearing...
And guess what color shirt was I wearing this morning before I did
She was wearing the same color shirt.
Wait, hold up. Where is it?
Dude,
I'm literally wearing
those are storm crows. That's actually a pretty good job of my hair. That's a really good job of her hair. And the cats are really good too. You even got the eye color right. It's kind of freaking me out.
Dude, where is it? Hang on.
That's actually insane.
What the heck?
And you notice that this is literally our relationship in a nutshell. I'm like, nah. She's like,
It's freaking right here.
she was wearing a light blue shirt. I guess it looks kind of gray in there.
Heck?
Okay.
That's so weird.
From. Okay, I'm gonna show who
That
this
is
is
the
from.
coolest thing I've ever seen.
Right?
Holy
Ariana,
cow.
Georgia Man, Gregor, Ice-T, Kiop, Mashed Potato, Neo,
Wait,
Tech,
Tech just did the art?
Tim. Is Tim here? I think everybody else is in here,
Hold
right?
up.
Yeah, Tech, you're cracked.
What? He did the art?
Dude, this freaking guy
What
is
did he not
built
do?
my computer and
That is
draws
so
this.
Cool.
This guy.
That is so cool.
I didn't even know he did this. Tech, I didn't even know you did this kind of thing.
This is... Oh my...
What's wrong with you?
It even got Amari's face right. Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
Dude, okay, okay. Dude, even Tech even looks cool. I'm not gonna like, you know, no like leaking here, but like, dude, Tech came over here and I was like, dude, this guy looks sick. I want to be Tech Trust when I grow up. Anyway. He's got he's got a wide skill tree, right? It's like, you don't have your RPG rollout and you roll out with like 3 or 4 more skill points. That's Tech Trust.
So cool. Also, have to leave in like 5 minutes. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I really appreciate the drawing. That's like probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That was sick. I want to be that.
I think, is everybody who helped with this here? I think I saw Georgia Man earlier, Arietta earlier, Matt's here. I don't know if Ice-T's here, Potato's here, Kiov's here, Neo is here-ish, Tech, Baggins, Varashi. I don't know if Timothy's here though. Oh yeah, what's up, Ice-T? Okay, so Ice-T's here. But is Timothy here? Oh, I timed you out earlier.
That's so mean. That's so mean.
Oh, this guy, that's the ultimate Sigma male move, guys. You guys wouldn't get it. All right, so there's some text in here. Okay, so it says favorite Spilo moment video or clip, and I read belly dance clip, and I already know who that is. Guess whose favorite clip that was? Neo. Yes, Neo. You guys don't even remember the belly dance clip. That's some 2019 stuff. Ice-T. Okay, this is a weird answer. My favorite video on the Spilo channel is I Need Your Help. Oh, the Patreon one. Oh, that's embarrassing. Being a content creator is weird. You are a small business. You need to be personable. Want to create a community. You need to make a living. Want to have fun. It can be hard to lay off all those considerations out there for the audience to see. To a certain degree, your brand and coaching reputation partly relies on it, but I value the authenticity and sense of shared agency that this video wanted to convey. Well, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And true story, if the Patreon is the only reason I was able to keep doing this. Like, we got really tight right around when that started, and I can honestly say I don't know that I would have been able to continue without it, to be
I might
honest.
have to finish that sentence. I have to leave in like 4 minutes.
Okay. Okay. I will keep going, and I will let you know if you miss anything juicy.
No, please. I want to see. Please, please, please.
But well, how you mean I have to pause?
Reading that? Yeah. You have
Oh,
to.
well.
Come on, I'm
hacking.
dying.
Okay,
I'm dying
okay.
to know what's
All
in
right,
there.
chat.
I
We have to
can't go
pause.
another hour without
We have to pause. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I know he was like.
We'll come back. Just open the box. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so a lot of this.
We can use that for my.
Red ribbon for Spilo, blue ribbon for Pepper, and there's a lot of red ribbons, so I'm glad you guys got something right.
Wow. Mine has black wrapping paper.
Here,
though.
tell you what, why don't you go
Okay, never
first?
mind.
Why don't you go
Okay.
first? Dude, guys, again, what is this? Who raps like this? This is like AI rapping.
No, it looks good.
No, that's my point.
It looks nice.
That's not human. You can't do that, dude. I try to rap and dude, I tried so hard. Remember last Christmas? I did a really good job. But I'm convinced if you rap like that,
Last Christmas, you didn't wrap any of my presents.
I didn't?
No, you just handed them to me.
No, but I did. Who did I
You
rap?
just handed them to me.
Bro, was the year before? Dude, chat, I promise you, I put effort into it.
The year before, you might have.
Okay.
This year, you just had me on the couch.
Birthday man.
Somebody subbed here. I just got exposed live on stream. I swear, guys, I swear, chat. I'm getting violated for it. What just happened? What just happened?
Let's go.
Activity feed. Did somebody not
Dude,
sub?
You're about to be real sad.
Mashed potato, thank you for the gifted sub. Who subbed? Who subbed?
You're about to be real sad. You know why?
Somebody. Oh, Unbound. Thank you for the sub, mate. And mashed potato.
You're about to be real sad. You know why, Spiegel?
Why?
Because I have
She has to go teach soon.
a rainbow keyboard.
Yo. She needs this too. Her keyboard sucks.
My keyboard does suck, but I always leave the rainbow lights on, and he comes and turns them off. He's like, "That's
Oh,
a
hey,
waste."
Ton.
And I'm like, "No, it's not."
Dude, she turns the rainbow crap on. I'm like,
It's
dude,
so cool.
This violates my eyes.
Thank you so much. I
Cheers,
can't-
Pingui.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, so then you gotta unwrap that one.
Okay.
I get a lot
Thank
more
you.
presents. I mean, let's be honest. I deserve it, so.
They feel bad for you. That's why they gave you more presents.
I think I just deserve it more. I don't think they do. By the way, again, unironically, the rapping job is sick. I don't know how you do that. I think there's something wrong with you if you rap like that, but I'll take it.
Your sister's really good at rapping.
You never know when you're like, you are absolutely obsessed to an unhealthy degree with something, but I will very gladly reap the benefits of your obsession.
Oh,
I think that's where we're at right now.
This is the keyboard. Those are
Yeah,
those are the keys. I was
keypads.
like, I'm like, this is a tiny little keyboard.
Yeah, she's a little slow, but she'll get there one day.
Listen.
Thank you, Kiev. This is actually very necessary.
sick.
Baggins, did I tell you? Baggins, did I
Thank
tell
you,
you about the
guys.
keyboard?
I really
Or did
do
you
need
guys
this
just
very
guess? Because you
badly.
guessed really well.
I
Happy
need
birthday
that
to the
bad.
Vasco. Thanks, Meme God.
Holy cow, this is shiny.
Yeah,
Alright.
I made Tech Trust show me how to turn off the RGB on my computer. Because it was like freaking... And I was like, Tech, help me. And he helped me. You both told me stuff? Oh. Not a good rapper or a good rapper? That's not true. I'm the white Eminem. Wait.
You're a white M&M. You wait. What?
Never mind. Disregard.
Open one thing before I go, Steele. Open one thing before I go.
I'm scared.
I have to leave. That's so cool.
I don't know. I just sometimes things just come out of my mouth, and I'm like, wait, what does that even mean? Oh man, I made so many jokes before that came out inappropriate that I just didn't really think about, and just like, oh gosh.
This is like the largest box I've ever. Holy
There's one more for Pepper. Okay, well we gotta keep on wrapping.
This is huge.
Yeah. It's a big box for a big daddy. Like I said.
He's a little overstimulated right now.
Oh, okay.
Hello Mr. Spillo, I was the guy in your Twitter DMs, asking about a team review. Congrats, it's been a great year.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, I haven't caught up on my Twitter DMs just yet. I've received a lot of them. I've had a lot of message requests that I haven't caught either. So if I've missed some of those from you guys, I
I'm gonna
apologize.
keep all this ribbon.
Is that it? Ha! Pathetic. Ha. See?
Ew.
That's where I get my crazy reflexes, you know? Thank you for the sub, mate, though.
Oh, be jealous. Look what color.
Oh my gosh, yo, this is the sickest
That
thing I've
is
ever seen.
so cool.
Yo, check that out. Is that
Definitely
not
getting
bad?
that gold
Dude, there's
now.
something about white and black that just looks so cool together. I don't know why. It's just like the aesthetic is so cool.
That's really cool. Dang.
And it's wireless too.
It is? I didn't
It's
even look. I just saw
wireless.
the color. I'm so like one-dimensional.
Seriously clean.
So now I'm definitely gonna get to like diamond.
Pipe a person to say mate when not being British. Bro, I've been saying mate.
Thank you,
I've been saying mate for a
guys.
long time. Like 6-7 years.
Wait, what?
I've been saying mate for a long time.
Yes, actually.
You know?
Well, no excuse.
What is it? It's a G305. I don't know what those numbers mean, but
It means
I
have no excuses now.
you just keep track. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, when did you start wearing pants? I don't know. You just one day woke up, decided you start trying to wear pants.
Hugs
That's
and
kind of the thing
kisses.
that you
I
did.
gotta go teach
Or me,
children.
in the case where you decide not to wear pants. Love you.
I'm sad I will miss this.
Drive safe.
Thank
I'll see you
you.
soon. When will we be back?
Probably like
Six.
6-ish.
6? Okay. Have a good class. wait. Ah, who does it better? Who does it better?
It's huge. Okay. I don't know.
It's huge.
What is this? This didn't even do anything. I just.
Cat, thank you for the sub, mate.
Alright, children are needing me. I have to go.
Hope you've been doing well.
I wish I could stay.
The Ask Spilo. Happy birthday, Pepper. Her bicep is bigger for sure. Yes.
Thanks.
Bye, Pepper. Love you. Neo says.
Neo says love you?
Yeah.
Neo, you need to come to Toronto.
Neo, we need to do a moderator Discord mod hangout with Baggins and
I
Neo,
want Neo's gardening help.
Boogeyman.
sewing help.
Who else? Recently, Varashi. All the people that aren't making Toronto. The only mod that's gonna be in Toronto is Lightwaves, and she's my least favorite one. So
Right.
that's a joke. I have to say it's a joke because she'll hurt me in person.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
She's French. She wouldn't get it.
What?
Huh? No, Lightwaves. Holy crap, your
Alright,
things
love
are
you.
glowy.
I'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
Bye. Love you. Love you too.
It's so sad. This is
Oh yeah, I know. It's sad. Okay. Well, now it's time for fun. I wish you could be in Toronto. I know. That's all right. We'll have to do a meetup at some point. We'll do a SpiloCon. Honestly, I'm unironically want to do a quote unquote Goober Hack. Thanks for the sub, mate. I want to do like a SpiloCon where we just like meet up and hang out. That would be so much fun. Or Stormcrow Productions meeting or something. Because I don't know. I want to hang. It would be so much fun. I don't know what we do. Imagine live coaching. That would be fun. Like live roast coaching or something like that. Drop my house address. I don't live in Toronto. I'm going to Toronto Grand Finals. That would be fun. Okay. What are we doing here? So chat. Dude, there's so many gifts. Holy crap. You guys are crazy. Like this, guys, I cannot, there is literally like 10 gifts in here or more. Laser tag. Dude, I'm a bad man at laser tag. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's actually crazy how like good I am at laser tag. Jedi Bob, because it's like all the same stuff. Like you literally like corner holding and like peeking angles and stuff like that, and even like Widow Duel stuff. It's like crazy. If you did SpiloCon, where would it be? I don't even know. Probably East Coast, but I'm fairly flexible. I got it. Who just subbed again? Who subbed? Who did sub? I missed the first one. Did I miss a sub? Jedi Bob. Somebody else subbed. No. Why does it keep doing the noise? I thought it was just the one sub. Am I smoking something, guys? Had an IRL melee during laser tag. Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. I've come so close to like freaking losing it and laser tag because you guys know the type. There would be sometimes you go to like laser tag and there's like that 10-year-old that just like follows you around. I look high. Sick. Is that? It's the opposite of a short joke, so I'll take it. Yeah, chat, how do I do this? I just untie it. Oh, okay, well. IQ test on the present. Have Twitch Pog? Yes. It's bugging because of the September thing. Ah, okay. Well, Ribbon. Coach, by the way, yeah. Spilo, the type of guy to fail an IQ test. Yeah, at least I broke double digits. Did laser tag in youth group and the priest would smuggle a t-shirt, put it over the sensor vest, and run it down? That's so bad. All right, book. The Complete Angler. Ooh. Now, shoot. I have this on my to-book list. Who talked about this? Somebody talked about this. It was like mentality book. Somebody recommended this book to me. Oh yeah, it was you, Matt. That's right. I have it on my to-read list. It's on my book list. I got a Word document with like a book list. Like, how do you measure a Word document length? I don't know. Like a lot of, and it's on my list. Thank you. So basically, this is like, it's like the psychology thing, right? Patience or something like that. I forget what you said about it. I don't know, but maybe put it on my list. Yo, Exogen, thanks for the congratulations. Appreciate it. The rest of the gifts are fishing gear. True story. I actually had a fly fishing lesson one time with my grandfather a long time ago. Is that the psychology of fishing and learning mindfulness? Cool. Well, I appreciate it. I'm actually running out of books. I've been cranking through the books recently. I started reading Thinking Fast and Slow. Thank you very much. It's also got a banger. It looks almost like it's Beatrix Potter-esque cover. Kind of. It's also very old. Yeah, I've heard it. What is it? 17th century, right? 17th century. Yeah, see, dude, do I not know or do I know? 1653. See? I know what I'm talking about. When's the maid stream? I'm not doing that. It took me a second to understand. Because see, here's how balanced of a person I am. I thought you guys were like, oh, is he going to bring a maid over? No. As in me and a maid? No, I don't, no. Although, remember, I still owe you guys a cosplay. And I'm either gonna do Walter White with like a bald cap, Jesse, where are my pants? Or a lifeguard Cassidy. Pepper even got a towel today for it potentially. So yeah, maybe we'll do lifeguard Cassidy. We'll see. I swear I just had a gift in my hand. Please don't flash this again. That's a good game. You guys donate money, gift subs, sell your organs to donate to my my yacht fund, and I don't flash you. Seems like a fair trade. Bastion cosplay. And that's just Twitch chat. Rank 1 Angler, Police Skin Diva. Oh my goodness gracious. Chat. TOS, I'd eat an adult. I'm not gonna find one in my Twitch chat. The height is down at least, yeah. See, you guys are so funny. Do the beach Widowmaker skin. Check this out, y'all. Is that not sick? I don't have any of these. I have the Silmarillion and the other one. This is a Baggins gift. Ton, is this a Baggins gift? Is Baggins even here, Ton? I knew it. Thank you so much, Baggins. It's even a nice version too. I would have cheaped out and gotten the crappy, like, you know, the thing that 1993 Scholastic Book Fair version. Thank you so much, Baggins. It's Lord of the Rings stuff, you know, Tolkien, Middle-earth foolishness. You know, that's where the Stormcrow Productions things came from. If you guys aren't sure. What are the books about? I don't really know, honestly. I know the writings about the world-ish, but I actually really don't know. I really don't know. Short people and Julian. Yeah. So we'll see. Bro thinks he's Gandalf. Yeah, well. It's a level of wisdom that you guys could only aspire to be. I am not Radagast. I wouldn't take offense at that until the recent Peter Jackson portrayal, which honestly looks like a meth head with bird poop in his hair. All right, next package here. And these wrapping jobs are so good, I legitimately feel guilty, like tearing the paper now. Yeah, you've ruined me. Like my animal streak, you know, that only you guys wouldn't get it. I've got a wolf inside. I've got 2 wolves inside of me. I'm literally having to like control that. Spylo is Smeagol. Oh my gosh. Enjoying the Gimli stream right now. Yo! Tech! Hey, Catcoin. Wait, did I get raided? Ah, boy. I got raided!
You know what this is?
Sunshine, thanks for the raid!
Trash can.
I appreciate it. Yo, we're doing a birthday unpacking stream, y'all. I got a big box from a bunch of hooligans that somehow got my address. And it starts with a Stream Deck. Bro, I cannot tell you the spider hands that I have to do to like hotkey all the scene changes and all this stuff, you know? But now it's a thing. It does. I press a button. I don't really know all what it does, but we'll find out. No, listen, Kyo. Bro, yeah. Emily, thank you for the thank you. Yes. So yeah, I'll also chat if you're here from Sunshine Raid. We're gonna do an unboxing stream, and then we might talk about some fun Overwatch 2 meta stuff. I want to talk about what makes a meta, but yeah. Incoming 8-hour call, bro. What do you think? What do you mean call? It ain't gonna be a call. I'm gonna put the Tech Trust signal in the clouds. Hey Tech, you want to drive an hour? That's all. Nah, I could probably figure this one out on my own. Famous last words. Oh gosh, I didn't even. Probably. Just casually flashed address before. Listen. I was telling the Patreons. Listen, I accidentally flashed my. You know, it is what it is. If you're giving me money, never mind. Better than making you dry. Are you 14 hours away, Baggins? You're gonna read the manual, right? Yes. I'm gonna read the manual, misunderstand the manual, and then somehow hit a roadblock along the way. Oh, 14 hours. Wow. Somehow I thought you were a little bit closer than that. That sucks. What was in the box? A Steam Deck. There's a lot of things in the box, is what we were getting into. There was the. What did she get? There was a keyboard for Pepper, mouse, keyboard caps, Tolkien book, a very basically a mentality book. We'll just put it there. A Steam Deck. I got it! Whoa! What happened here? Yo, genuine! Holy crap, mate. Thank you for the gifted subs. Jack, Saman, The Real Chris Mush, Alexander, Alexandra, Black Widow, Aerodug, Maximil, Hashi, Kiss Me Mikey, Filthy Hobo, Calidome, Doopy Doper, Lexa, hello Lexa, Dr. Bopter, Hyper Analytical, Depresh, hey Depresh, Trick or Turt, Mr. Red Paint, hey Red Paint, Gurf Quick, hey Gurf Quick, I swear I've seen a lot of you guys recently. Junior, Great Space, Pope, Jordy Kumquat Sanslaw, holy mackerel, and then another chunk from Neat She Said. Yo, what's the timing there? Synchronized gifted. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Genuine. I really appreciate it. I'm waiting, Kiev. Thank you for the gifted sub, Goober Hag as well. Tasty meat chunks. What? Open that one later? Okay, I'll open this one later. Girthquake? Yeah. Yeah. Smile's the type of guy to make bank on his birthday? I guess so. I mean, dude, guess what? So, I have tomorrow off, mostly. And then Saturday I have a relatively short stream, which will be fun. And then Sunday I get to see my parents, and we're gonna do like a family flag football game, and I get to like have dinner over there. Dude, I'm actually this birthday is like the best one I've had in a long time. I actually have like that's like a whole like birthday weekend thing going on. It's actually sick. Open that one later. Wow. I love how Kiev like immediately defends herself from looking stupid. Kiev, this one is heavy. That one was not. So I opened the other one, not this one, right? Right? Don't open this one. No. Open black, not silver. Okay. Bro, you wrapped it! You wrapped it! You should know what this is. If it's heavy, you should know what it is. Okay. Thank you, Arietta. Yes. Although, Arietta, the only thing is I haven't gone through the cards yet. Guys, seriously. Okay, in case you guys missed this, is this not insane? Is that not insane? There's a lot of juice in here that I'm not allowed to unwrap because Pepper wanted to be here for it. They're the same shape, but they're like, I said the light one. Dude, and Tech Trust drew that. Or artistry computered that thing. Okay. Hey, Cat. Cheers, mate. Honestly, Vagans, I wasn't sure. So I was like, oh no, it's legitimate. And then Sunshine Bread out here looking for subs. Man, I know where this habit was learned. Okay, well, who would win? Me or gift wrap? Well, it's a box. It's a box. It's meant to be ripped. Have vanity muscles? I don't have vanity muscles. I'm functional fitness, y'all. It just so happens that I'm such a freak of nature that it happens to look like vanity muscles. Yo, I know what this is. No, I don't know what this is. I knew what this is, but I didn't know what that was. What the heck, y'all? Dude, check it out. Holy crap. I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? Holy crap, it's the right size and everything. And honestly, my mouse pad has been, honestly, it's garbage. It's old. Thank you so much. Oh, skater shoes can't run. Sunshine Frem, look what you've done. And there's your gifted sub. Thank you, Mr. Sanctuary. Thank you, Freddy. That's sick, y'all. And it actually, dude, this is like way better than my current one. Thank you. That's actually sick. That's actually sick. Now, surely I have no excuse for missing shots, right? Surely. That's okay. My Patreon guys know that I never make excuses. Never. Okay, all right, well, we have a bit of a problem here. Kia, do I go in, do I open here, or do I go here? I have old age as an excuse, don't worry, thank you. Which one do I do? Floor? Do I do this? Do I do tall, big boy, or bottom of the barrel? Bottom? Bottom? Grab the bottom first. Right? Bottom. They call him Smile the No Red King, but back me up. Did I not demonstrate that it was happening? And also I got another sub, I think. But I don't know who. I don't know who. Did somebody sub? No, it's just the September thing, whatever. Okay, well. It's kind of, it's done. it's like there's like no finger space. Ah, crap. I can't, there's not enough finger space. I don't want to tip it over though, because now it's just personal. I do not want to be shooting my butt cheeks directly at the camera though, so. Ah, there, see? Now we got under it. I'm not pulling it by, I didn't know if ribbon would be smart. Don't say a word. Don't say a word. But, dude, okay. It wasn't that heavy. It just was like, there wasn't a lot of box space, you know? So it was like, it was really slippery. I got it out. I didn't even have to grab the ribbon. Vanity muscles. You know, I wonder what it would be like to have vanity muscles. Couldn't be me. At least I have something. Got this down 30 flights of stairs by herself. Yeah, well. That and other complete fables, I'm sure that I'll believe. I think I'm opening it upside down. Special push-ups. All right, recently remind me as soon as this one's open. I'll take a short push-up pause. Hey, Graham. Be careful. All right. I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, I know what this is. It's speakers. Guys, it's speakers. Dude, it's actually like really nice freaking speakers. Ow, I just kicked the box. Dude, it's speakers. Like, for context here, I don't know, what are we gonna do here? Okay, that was not. Okay, okay, we need to try and not red bar desktop audio and just focus on speakers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I legit did not do that on purpose. I really didn't. Okay, this should be better. This shouldn't red bar. But dude, check it. Wait, let's get in here. Dude, look at this. Look at this thing. Look at it. Look! It sucks. Like, there's no subwoofer, and the thing is it's not even that loud. It's not even that loud. And the thing is, well, is when you plug your headphones into it, there's like this buzz. There's like this buzz. It doesn't even work. So listen. So, surely this is gonna be a lot better. Thank you. Anything would have been an upgrade. You guys talk about like those iPod speakers, you know? Like when they have like the little thing, the Bluetooth speakers? That probably would have been better than what I have. Nay Nay right now? I don't know what the Nay Nay is. I just kind of guessed. I freaking love this song. This song is great. That's the whip. What's the nene? What's the nene? I don't know what the nene is. Cheers, Georgia man. Yeah, cheers, Georgia man. Oh, the special push-ups, yeah. Can you link it again recently? Bro, Whip Nene is like, dude, that's like 6 years ago, bro. It's like 6 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago. Like, why are you acting like I'm the boomer? Stuff that's like 4 or 5 years ago is like boomer material. Push-ups against a wall? Why am I being told to do push-ups against a wall? I'm sorry, what is my boy doing? Wait, can you guys even see this? You guys can see this, right? What is he doing? What is he doing? What? Ah, no. Okay, I mean, I'm messing. Okay, what am I looking? Oh my gosh. This is it? Recently? Oh my gosh. Where do I even do it? Here, I'll turn. I don't want to like butt flash all of stream if I can avoid it, surprisingly. Was that good? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, that was good. I feel a little bit better there. Got the blood flowing. Okay, Kia, do I do the big one? Do I do Big Daddy? That was working. Okay. Now this one is King Kong. Did somebody sub or did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything, did I, chat? Did I? Bueller? I somehow find it more impressive when I mean, it was definitely, I mean, recently, honestly, I've never done wall push-ups, so that was a first. Okay. I'm good? Okay, well. Okay, first off, this might be dangerous. I might just emasculate myself live on stream. Hey guys. You're trash. Alright, well, sorry, the voice is one. What? Yeah. Okay. What part of the website lets you order a coach to your house? Oh. The secret URL. Wait, Neo, what was the website that you had? Was it Spylol or? You had something like that for a while. I forget what it was. You need to. Thank you for the sub, mate. Hey, thanks, Kuzol. All right. All right. Why am I doing this? Spylol.com is dead. Tragic. What? I don't know what this is. Wait, I know what this is. 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 I think I know what this is. Maybe I don't know what this is. It's a second monitor. It's a second monitor. It's a second monitor. Finally. Kind of? Is it not? I don't know. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to actually properly open it here. Where the frick is my stabbing thing? All right. That one should be my first monitor. Probably, yeah. I mean, tech has seen my setup. It's first class, needless to say. Okay. This should be your main monitor. Show us the setup. You guys want to see the setup? Give me a second. There's nothing incriminating here. Oh, I gotta move my address. Hang on. You guys want to see my setup? Keep in mind, it's a little bit messy because at least part of this is okay. Well, I mean, a lot of it. Here's the setup. Here you go. Here's your setup. This isn't this. Look, that's my second monitor right there. And then that's it. And we got this fancy new thing. That's pretty much it. It's pretty ghetto. Here's your sticky notes. Here's the sticky note. Yeah, it's bad. But it does the job. I've had the same setup for like 6 years. Small monitor for a small guy. Yeah, you're just the funniest of guys. My password. What? You only need a bigger desk and a pair of socks? Well, I have a pair of socks. I was wearing socks earlier, but they're kind of dad socks. Got a new Torb to help out? Yeah, I did. Yo, chat. Yo. Okay, well, I'm going to take the stand out. Yo! It's big! It's big! Like, for context, it's a little bigger than the one I have now. I don't know why, I guess I was just curious myself. You guys, shockingly, you guys can't see it. The 1040 feet, wait, whoa, really? Dude, this is sick. Ah! Wow, thank you guys. I really appreciate that. And it's funny because Pepper, my in-laws actually are getting us a desk, giving me a desk. Because I like the standing desk, okay? There just isn't any space. I mean, you guys can probably see it. And I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look that good. So I'm getting a desk, so I might have space for a second monitor. Yeah, thanks, Matt. You can open the longer, heavier box. Oh yeah, I forgot there's another box. How old am I now? 29. All right, good to know, IC. Thank you guys. It's a desk in that box. You'll need that box. Is it a stand? It's a stand, isn't it? I can feel the weight. Or is it just a crowbar to beat somebody over the head with? Ah, yep. Yep. Look at that. Desk mount. Am I missing one, chat? Kiev, am I missing one? Thank you guys so much. I am? I'll look around. So I guess we don't really need to open this one, but it's just a screen desk clamper. Like 5 that I haven't opened yet? What? Okay, box is empty. Let my skin. Let's do this. Just for simplicity's sake here. Everything goes in the box. Everything goes. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're no kidding. There's like a ton of little ones. Hang on. Yeah, there's a lot of little ones. Give me a sec. This box is crazy. I mean, what could you do with a box? I feel like there's something you can do with a box like this. I think there's got to be something to do with a box like this. Okay. Lots of little things that I somehow forgot about. This is like, I'm literally sweating. I've opened so many gifts, I'm sweating. This is ridiculously generous, guys. Like, think about this. We have Tolkien books, monitor, mouse pad thing, Torbjorn, the card, all the nice things, Engler book, Stream Deck, speakers, and the stand. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and the stuff for Pepper. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the stuff for Pepper. The keyboard and the mouse. You guys are so generous. I hate saying nice things. Freaking hate it. I think another book. Yeah. Hey, 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 hey. You know, this will go into the history books as being the book that I recommended before I read it. I literally was talking about this in some of my sessions, and I hadn't even read the book. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah, thank you guys. I was definitely at the top of my list of books to get. I've been trying to hold off on buying any books because I wasn't sure, because Beth told me not to buy any. But can I eat you, Violent? Yes. Thank you. That's a top of the list one. Tell Pepper I said happy birthday. I will, Banjo. All right. Now I assume this is just at least half a dozen diamonds. Two sides of a first time cheddar. Wait, what did Pop Punk Suck say? It's a really good book. I have it too. Can I? Oh yeah. Cheers, Cheery. Thank you so much, Cheery. Yo, again, another book that was at the top of my list. Is this because I said, Baggins, is this off of your list? This must have been off of your list, because these books are like the top of the list. Ah, well, thank you. I was expecting like one of the books, not all of the books. I got 3 books. It's almost like we had your list. Well, look, I look. All right, look, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought it was just Baggins being generous. Classic Spy Baggins. All right, I got another book that's stuck together with tape. Okay. Yo. Now I know who gave me this one. I know who gave me this one. Matt, it was you, wasn't it? It was you, wasn't it? This looks sick. One other person? You gonna leak or no? Okay. Yo, this looks sick, y'all. Dude. If you're not even sure about the quality, like the contents of the book, sorry. I mean, the font alone, it just wins you over. There's a sick font with Dove books. You guys ever heard of Dover books? Dover books. It's called Electra. This reminds me of the Electra font. You guys should look up Electra font. I think it's Electra font. Thank you. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna have so much to read. Holy crap. Let the camera focus? No, that would be normal. That would make sense. I don't even know if my camera can focus. Oh, gosh. Okay. I think this is another book. Yeah. Hey, another one. Another one at the top of the list. This one I found out from actually a speed coach, a track coach that I follow, that I follow a lot. So thank you. Like, seriously, check this out, guys. Look at the number of the quantity of books. This Marcus Aurelius, the Switch book, Atomic Habits, the full Tolkien extra works, and then the Complete Angler. That's actually crazy. Am I gonna read them all on stream? Yes, that's the next. That's the ASMR read them out loud on stream thing. Bro's gonna be a poet by next stream. Read us our bedtime story. Huh. All right. Well, last but not least, blogging. I know. Seriously, guys. Like, this is like unbelievable. Every box has been checked. I wasn't even expecting a gift, much less whatever this abomination is. This is ridiculous. Trying to not. Okay. Life hack, guys. Whenever you're stabbing things at Christmas, or, you know, always get a little creepy laugh going like. That always works really well. It's about social awareness. You guys got me? You're welcome. Yeah. Well, it's in a bag. Is this a Whole Foods bag? What is it? It's a bag. Yo, what is this? Yo, what is this? Is this a 3D printed thing? Yo, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. Rank 1 Overwatch coach of all time. I don't know if you guys can see that. My, 360p thing. It says rank 1 Overwatch coach of all time. Arietta, George Man, Gregor, Ice-T, Kiev, Mashed Potato, Neo Tifa, Tektrus, Baggins, Timothy, and Varashi. And guys, if you had any doubts about who is the GOAT, I got an award. Do you guys have an award for being the greatest of all time? Do you? Yeah, I didn't think thank you for the gift. No. Oh, yeah. Owl always gets the bronze icon, yeah, because there's Owl and then there's whatever I am. Did I put the thing in the back? Is there an Easter egg? Is there? It's got a handle. It's got a handle. Dude, this is sick, y'all. This is like one of those gifts where you're like, I don't know, I didn't know I wanted it until I did, and then now I needed it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and it even has the number 1 at the top. Just so you guys know, this isn't some like Grandmaster 1. Nah, this is top 500, number 1. What's up, Epic? Thank you, Andres. Nah, what the heck was that? Microsoft Defender. Holy crap. Jump scare. I'm good, mate. Dude, I don't even know what to do. There's so much crap here. This is crazy. Thank you guys so much. And thanks to everybody, even if you weren't participating in this psycho gift box. All the gifted subs, all the kind words. I really appreciate it, everybody. Chiro, thank you so much, mate. A virus bomb in there. I figured. Bro thinks he's a coach behind the logo. I mean, you know what? You know what? It goes without saying. It goes without saying. The only thing you get from me is ad revenue. 16 cents. Let's go, y'all. Oh, bless. Okay, well, I don't really know what to do now. I guess we should probably wait to open the rest of the card until Pepper's here, because she asked. So we should probably wait. How do you learn to be a coach? A lot of practice. A lot of other stuff besides Overwatch coaching. What was in the big box? Let's make a list. Speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate books, plus an entire Tolkien book box, a Steam Deck, a nice monitor, way better than the one I have now, a monitor stand, a mouse pad, rank 1 Overwatch coach thing, 3 gifts for Pepper, and then a really sick card, which one more time, if you guys haven't seen this, I mean, is that not insane? Storm crows, the cats, everything. Hey, Stobbs. So everything. Steam Deck. Yeah, Stream Deck, sorry. Yeah, the card is going to get framed, scanned, framed, all the above. And I guess, again, I probably will have to actually go through the card later once Pepper's here. All right, well, I guess now I don't even know what to do. What do you guys reckon? Do we do what makes a meta discussion? Maybe we should do what makes a meta discussion. The birthday card is the coolest part, yeah. It's the most unique part. And because it's not just the card, y'all, dude, there's like all these like questions and things in there that I cannot wait to go through. But honestly, guys, seriously, I thank you guys so much. Again, Arietta, George Man, Gregor, Ice-T, Kiob, Mashed Potato, Neotech, Timothy, Baggins, Rashi. You guys are the bomb. I really appreciate this. Neo, here's what I'll do, Neo. I'll post the Twitch VOD and best friends or whatever later. I'll clip it or whatever, because I really want to wait for Pepper to be here. You could send me the other stuff. You're hilarious, Ton. You know, Ton, I would consider it if you weren't that cringe lord that used to always play Sombra and Deathmatch and hack me off of cooldown. Dude, guys, look at this guy. Do you see it? Wait. This name right here. This guy's a nerd. You know what this guy does? He plays Deathmatch, and all he does is follow me around the map and hack me. That's it. That's all he does. This guy right here. Right here. Friendless. Okay, let me get my chair. Oh, yeah, I'll get my chair. Also, the I almost forgot the Torbjorn gift too. I got a Torbjorn gift and a drawing from Cheery to play Orisa in deathmatch. Though, listen, I'm just grinding my mechanics. Man's blasting your brother. Listen, I can't. I don't hold it against you. You didn't choose your. You didn't choose your family. Do you guys want to talk about meta? Maybe we should talk about meta. Because I want to have this conversation. I think this is really interesting, and I think this will piggyback really nicely off of the review on Tuesday, because really changed the topic off of Orisa and Deathmatch. Yeah, and I'm succeeding. Because if you guys didn't see the discussion on Tuesday, I got my notes here. The discussion on Tuesday was like, you know, what the heck is going on in Overwatch League right now? And obviously we talked about like a lot of how the patch changes were affecting, you know, things like EI and all the other stuff. But there's a lot more to what makes a meta, and I want to go over it. So, by the way, word on the street is that we might even be due up for another small meta shift in the Overwatch League. And then everyone's favorite non-organic friend may be back on the menu for some teams. I'll leave that as it is. Draw what conclusions that you may. But here's the deal. We got to talk about what makes a meta. So I've got a couple of things here. So what is meta? Okay, meta is, let me just look up the definition of meta. I think it's easier if we just go to the dictionary. What is meta definition? I'm trying to think here. What do we want here? Is meta even a noun? I know what meta means in terms of it's basically like trying to look through here. Do any of these definitions? Maybe it is like, maybe there's something that's kind of unique to gaming. I didn't think it would be. Most effective tactic available, but that's not really where that's where they call a backronym, you know? Where it's like GOATs, you know, so the GOATs didn't go from Go All Tanks. It started as a team called GOATs. Metadata, right? It metagame, right? So metagame. Let's just look at metagame. Metagame. Metagame is a game about a game or an approach to playing a game. Metagame serves a broad range of purposes tied to the way a game relates to various aspects of life. Basically playing the macro, playing the big picture, the overall approach. So when you talk about meta, a lot of it is like, what is the strategic approach when it comes to hero selection, at least when it comes to Overwatch? Like, what is the general professional best way approaching a game within a game, right? So basically there's a couple of things that make a meta, all right? Obviously the most obvious answer, and let's try to go through things in like a descending fashion in some sort of a way where we talk about the big ones. The big one is X hero is strong, or X heroes are strong. That's the most important thing that there is in a meta game. If Illari is really, really powerful, then Illari is going to affect the meta because people are going to want to play Illari, and then everyone's going to pick heroes that either complement with Illari or play around Illari. Right now, that's probably the most important thing that's shifting the meta right now, especially because she directly counters the things that were meta previously. So people are kind of like they're in shambles, right? Trying to figure things out. So things start with what's strong. Now, there's lots of things that can affect a meta. There are map pools can affect a meta. It's not as much for ranked play because everything is available for ranked, but if Overwatch League has a specific map pool that's very friendly to spam or dive or brawl, you're going to see the meta in Overwatch League shift and morph around those map pools. It could be the overall design of an Overwatch 2 map. Like, let's say that a lot of maps with like Dorado, Gibraltar, with these massive long sightlines get small reworks to shorten their sightlines or give more cover. Well, then the meta might shift a little bit away from snipers. So the biggest thing with what makes the meta is it always starts with what hero / what map pool, macro, the big picture things affect it, and it starts from there. Now, this is where people get confused. And if it and by people, I don't just mean average ranked players. Blizzard Entertainment gets confused with this next one, and I have flamed them again and again for this. I'm going to flame them again. Blizzard Entertainment gets confused because they will see a character being played in the meta, not realizing that they are not the meta definers. To define a meta, we have to find out who is the mover and shaker, who is setting the tempo of the meta. When you go to GOAT's meta, what provoked that meta to be powerful? It was not the DPS were weak, it's that the tank and support synergy / map control synergy was too powerful. So all tanks, all supports was too strong. Not the DPS were weak, but those were too strong. When you go back to Junker Queen GOATs, why was Junker Queen GOATs last season Brig, Lucio, Genji, Sojourn strong? Because Junker Queen Shout was so oppressively strong that it enabled brawl comps to kind of clump in a group and run people over like it had never happened before in Overwatch 1. That's why it was strong. The problem with Blizzard is that they will see that and they'll say, whoa, Brig is being played a lot. Wow. Let's nerf Brig. No, stop. Brig is not the problem. It's actually at that point in time, it was Junker Queen. And it just so happened that Brig synergized really well with Junker Queen compositions because you couldn't play any other support without getting run over. So the thing we have to understand with what makes a meta is it will start with a mover and shaker and then will then bleed out to complements. So for example, right now, here's a little bit of a hot take. I don't find Orisa to be that oppressively strong by herself. In fact, you could argue that her buff / nerf was pretty much a neutral change, maybe a slight buff. But why Orisa is being played more is because you don't, shut up, Mally, is because you can't play Sombra and Tracer as much as you used to. And so those characters avoided Orisa easily and went around her, which Orisa hates. But guess what? That's not a problem anymore because Illari stops them. Depends on the map geometry too. Some maps you just can't ignore. That's true. But this is where things start to go wrong. Where does Orisa need a nerf? Maybe, maybe not. I definitely think the hero design as a whole is not very good. But is Orisa overpoweringly powerful right now? No, she's not. She just happens to coincide very well. And this is the problem with when we talk about last season, this past season in Overwatch League. People talked a lot about nerfing Ana and nerfing Winston, and that's fine. But we had to be very careful about why was Winston, Sombra, Tracer, Ana Brig, meta for so long. And the real mover and shaker in that composition was, ready for this one? Was the lack of hit scan strength. Sojourn, weak. Widow, weak. Hanzo, just not particularly good at that point in time. Cassidy, very significantly nerfed at that point in time. And Ashe, also nerfed. This was just fresh off of the Bob nerf. And so what ended up happening is in Season 1 and 2 in Overwatch League is you had Sombra is good, Tracer is good, Ana is good, Winston is also good. Yes, that's fair. But none of them are oppressively strong. It's just that the other characters that normally have something of an impact had zero impact because Hitscan was never weaker. Yo, Mills, thanks for the sub, mate. So you had Ashe, Cassidy, Widow, Sojourn had never been weaker in Overwatch 2 to my knowledge. At least not all of them at the same time. So you had all these characters that had zero impact on the meta, and so you play Sombra Tracer because those are the only DPS characters that were even remotely decent. Cheers, Mills, I appreciate it. So now that's not as much the case anymore. Cassidy got his 25 HP back. Sojourn got her spread tightened a little bit. I mean, those are the two main ones. Obviously, Soldier got some buffs as well, which were not irrelevant, right? So you have a couple little tweaks here. Also, Sombra gets nerfed, and some of the synergizing heroes. So my problem is like you have to be really, really careful about saying, oh, Ana was objectively broken and busted. I agree to an extent, but the problem is Ana was not as broken as the other supports were not very viable. Let me put it for example for you. If we all of a sudden had an Ashe meta, or if we all of a sudden had a Hanzo meta, you don't see Ana as much. Because those characters don't synergize as well with Ana. So you need to pay very close attention to synergies. You need to pay very close attention to the movers and the shakers, who's the really, really powerful characters. And you also need to pay attention to the flip side, who is overly weak, that should otherwise be gatekeeping things. In other words, you could look at this and be like, there was a lack of a mover and a shaker that led to Ana, Winston, Sombra, Tracer, Brig to be played. Because there was no other DPS there were no DPS that actually really had an impact in the meta. Yes, Ice-T. It's just as much about the characters that are weak as the other characters that are strong. It is a very, very careful and very difficult balance to find. But the reason why we have so much meta variety right now is because Illari is shaking things up and nerfing Sombra and Tracer and making Sombra Tracer less comfortable. But you know what else we've had? We've had Bastion buffs. Cassidy, not necessarily a buff, but kind of a buff to his playstyle. We've seen minor Doomfist buffs, right? We've seen a couple of, was it Echo buffs? Maybe not. We've seen some meta shifts that move a little bit towards Genji, right? We've seen Kiriko buffs, significant Lifeweaver buffs. We've seen Orisa rework, buff, nerf, kind of a little bit of both, right? Keep going down the list. Sojourn buffs, Soldier buffs, Symmetra buffs, Torbjorn buffs. You got me? Even Lucio, right? Amp speed now, or amp heals now affects him to full potency, right? I'm forgetting a few, I know. So there's a lot of things that have happened at once, and now there are a lot of heroes that have potential to be movers and shakers. And that Illari is obviously the most important one, but Bastion is definitely a mover and shaker for most, certainly in ranked. Cassidy actually being 225 HP is definitely a small mover and shaker. You know, I'm sorry, pardon me for using that expression, but it's just, it works. Lifeweaver, actually kind of tiny, maybe not relevant at the top levels, but certainly in ranked. Lifeweaver, you got to consider this character. You cannot ignore Lifeweaver anymore, and most ranks. Orisa cannot ignore that range anymore, right? Soldier, Sojourn, not as hard to ignore. Torbjorn fire rate, Symmetra even, with the orb change to 100 damage. It's worth noting now. Cheers, Synthen. So, cheers, Neo. So this is what I'm saying, is that like you guys, there's so many moving pieces at one point. So you have to be very careful about going too far. So this is what makes the meta. It's the powerful characters. It's the characters that aren't powerful at all. And it's also the characters, it's the synergies between the characters. Like if you look at Bastion right now, Bastion is doing a great job preventing Winston. Notice that Winston didn't really receive a nerf, but why don't we see Winston anymore? Is Winston weak, guys?
Happy birthday,
Yo,
Mr.
Timothy,
Spiller.
thank you so much for the gifts, mate. You weren't here earlier. I really appreciate that. That was super generous. Thank you for the sub. I got crazy stuff. I really appreciate that. But guys, is Winston weak objectively right now? No. No, he's not weak. He's fine. But the problem is his characters that he doesn't enjoy playing versus, right, are strong. He's just restrained. So what do we do? Do we buff Winston, ladies and gentlemen? Is the solution to buff Winston right now? No, do not buff Winston. No, do not buff Winston. Take a very careful look at the changes that we did to Torbjorn, the changes that we did to Bastion, and the changes that we did to Orisa, and to a hero like Illari, who, by the way, does not... Okay, and here's the other thing too. Why is Winston not played? Let me tell you guys right now. Winston would fall out of favor at least a little bit in pro meta just by the fact that he doesn't work well with Illari. You got me? Just the fact that he doesn't work well with Illari is enough to push Winston out of the meta. That's the crazy thing. Winston, you could have Illari without even a Bastion or Torbjorn. And Winston's awkward because he can't get healing from Illari. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta address the root source. You guys may not remember this, but in GOAT's meta, before they instituted 222, they buffed the crap out of DPS for months. They kept trickling Pharah and Hanzo. They kept buffing Reaper. They kept buffing Mei. They kept slowly buffing the characters up and up and up and up. And then as soon as they institute 222, yes, tanks were still busted. Yes, supports were still busted, but we also had a massive, monstrous DPS creep to the point to where it was almost impossible to play characters like Ana and Zen without just dying. It was ridiculous. So, what makes a meta? Now, I'm going to start to migrate a little bit to some of the less important things that still have impact, and also to have a little bit more impact in professional play, less so in ranked. What makes a meta? History and psychology make a meta. In Overwatch League, teams are going to migrate towards Tracer compositions because they have a comfort with Tracer. They are able to play her at a higher level than the average ranked player. And Tracer metas are comfort metas. They remember Tracer metas. We've been playing Tracer metas. It is the safe and easy route. And doing something completely different is uncomfortable. You guys might not remember, but to the best of my knowledge, Junker Queen Goats, I don't believe was started in Overwatch League. I may be misremembering this one, but I am 90% certain it actually started in Contenders. Now, teams were experimenting with Junker Queen, but Junker Queen Goats dominating as quickly as it was a Contenders thing. Because you know what? Overwatch League teams don't like group up brawly comps. We were hot off of a dive meta, multiple dive metas, on a Zen dive meta, on a Brig dive meta with Winston and Soldier and Doomfist metas. We didn't. That's a different can of worms. Psych. Thanks so much for the sub, mate. So what happened is Junker Queen Goats gets played, and Al doesn't pivot to that. If Al would have figured it out, but Al would have taken time because it would have been against our history to do something like that. So then what happens is then Al teams are struggling to beat these Contenders teams playing this comp, and they go, oh, maybe we should give it a shot. And that's what happens. In addition to that, the psychology is that people are going to always prefer characters, not just playstyles, but characters. So we talked about this. Tracer. People will always play Tracer. People will always play Ana. People will be very likely to play Winston and pro meta. Sombra is a lot more attractive for some players and some teams. London Spitfire, we didn't force a Mei meta by any means, but teams would not have touched Reinhardt Mei last season or this season if it were not for the London Spitfire. Let's keep going. Is there any other ones that I'm missing off here? Doomfist, right? There are a lot of characters that because a person is comfortable within that pick, they will lean into that comfort pick. And that has a tendency to, within that team culture, but also the broader team culture as a whole, have to respect it. For example, Atlanta Reign got their butt spanked in the first stage 1 of last season because they had no practice versus Reinhardt. We played Ryan, they didn't know how to play versus Ryan, and so they lost. So then all of a sudden, you have to kind of consider that. So, has there ever been a specific player inspiring a meta? A couple. I think Lip this season to an extent. Now, okay, the reason why people need to be careful, okay, this is why personally my vote is someone for MVP. I don't want to get sidelined here. Is that Lip is a phenomenal player. And if Lip wins MVP, the guy deserves it. He's a ridiculous player. I honestly, to this day, don't know really who deserves it more. But why Lip should not be a walk-on for MVP is because Lip's excellence at Sombra was only part of the reason why Sombra was being played. The other part of the reason is because the other heroes just sucked. People are kind of going, oh, will Lip define the meta? Yes, they defined the meta once teams realized that Sombra was pretty much the only DPS character that worked. The other hit scan, we already talked about this, the hit scans were too weak. But is it in terms of a character that defined the meta with their hero competency? Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Geez, guys, like I think you could probably guess that Houston Outlaws early in this season, or even before the season started in scrims, I think the Houston Outlaws with their Ana Kiriko, with Violet on Kiriko, I think they had a small impact. I really do. I think also last stage, heroes, people like Hawk or Dante on Doomfist definitely encouraged other players to give it a shot. Not anything significant, so we'll give that a circle. In chat, if you let me know if you think, I'm going to go through this slowly to think if that's a great question. I would say maybe Jakrat in season 1, but I think that overall the changes that he got were just really, really busted. I think other people would have played him regardless. Okay, small little one, a little bit of a history lesson. I think, remember we talked about this on stream a long time ago. I think Salt Shaker, the Orisa OTP, back in 2019, when I was coaching Phase 2, we whipped out the Orisa Diva with Salt Shaker on Orisa. And I think that we had a big hand in shaping the meta after Goats because he was so good at Orisa and nobody played Orisa at that time. And people started to realize how unbelievably busted Halt was. No, I don't think Hanbin Zarya. Zarya meta was something that was leaking even into pre-scrims with the Florida Mayhem before the Steven even started. Zarya plus Reaper was already a very viable combo. Echo, I don't know anybody that really defined Echo. Washington Justice player Hog Zarya could be. Farah, not as much, no. Ramatra, not as much, no. Reaper, not as much, no. Reinhardt, I guess to an extent, Hottie at times has shown people that you can absolutely play Reinhardt and has led to some people mimicking the playstyle to an extent. Sigma, no. Sojourn, no. Soldier, no. Sombra, to an extent. I think Lip with Sombra. I think we'll give that a potential, maybe. Symmetra, not off the top of my brain. Yo, thank you for the thank you, Snoopster. Torb, no. Tracer, no. Widow, I don't remember enough about season 3 to say. He was phenomenal. Ons was probably the best peak player that we maybe have ever seen in Overwatch League at his peak. But I don't know if that he was the one that shifted that Widow meta. I honestly don't remember. Winston, Wrecking Ball, no, really for neither, no. Sorry, Zen, no. So actually, the answer is very rarely have we had a person been so good at a character that they define the meta. Jonak, no. Zen Mercy was quite popular at that point in time. Yes, Hug and Plays. That was a small one. Very, very small one. Yeah. But nothing super significant here. So again, history and psychology, comfort picks. People will lean into characters that they're comfortable are, and there is a consistent theme of people in Overwatch League are good at Winston. People in Overwatch League are good at Tracer. People in Overwatch League are good at Ana. People in Overwatch League are good at raw hit scan, right? They're not as good at the Torbs and Junkrats and Bastions, because historically those characters haven't been as strong, but they're also perceived as more gimmicky. In fact, Overwatch League is notoriously bad at Moira. They're not terrible at Moira, but you could probably find a couple of players in ranked that are more consistent at Moira than a lot of Overwatch League players, just because they don't know how to play. They're not very good at playing her. Nolan is a phenomenal Moira, right? Cheers, Batson. Now I'm gonna keep going down here. Patch timing is huge as well. If patch happens at a weird time, then sometimes teams will be either overcompensate or some teams will be scared to try new things. Obviously, if a patch hits in the middle of a stage, teams are going to be scared to try new things because it might be wasted practice. Hero dominance, hero synergy, experiment with lower tier teams. Obviously, Goats came out from tier 3. Tier 2 came up with Junker Queen Goats. Orisa started, like I said, with the contenders team that I was coaching. The Reaper May started with the contenders team. I'm sorry, guys, Double Shield, Reaper May. That started with the team that I coach. I can't really claim to come up with it because it was actually our academy team that came up with it, and then we were the first one to put it on stage. But that started with us. All these lower tier teams, that's where these things came from. Individual strengths. If you're stronger at a character, you're going to play that character, even in Overwatch League. And the last one I want to talk about. Wait a second here. Two more things. One other little detail, guys. So you guys notice that people aren't playing Sombra Tracer as much. Ana Brig Sombra Tracer. Now here's my question. If you're the Atlanta Reign, listen to me very carefully. This is very important. If you are the Atlanta Reign, when is the last time that you have played Winston, Sombra, Tracer, Ana, whatever, versus a non-dive composition, versus a spam comp? Maybe Ryan, a little bit. When's the last time that you've played the meta composition versus anything that wasn't also meta? You guys see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that when you have a meta composition and a significant patch hits, more often than not, you will actually see teams migrate quickly away from the meta, especially if it's not their comfort picks, because a team like Atlanta has an advantage, but in the mirror, but they don't have a necessarily practice advantage versus the non-mirror. You see what I'm saying? Are they still good at Sombra? Are they still really good at Tracer? Yeah, but it won't be firing in all pistons. You know what I'm saying? It won't be perfect. So part of a meta advantage is lost when you're not playing in the mirror, because things get messy, right? What makes a meta can also be defined by how much practice, how much value playing the mirror is. Again, and Winston Sombra Tracer versus Winston Sombra Tracer versus what if the patch shifts? What if it shifts? And then what? Right? Is Atlanta still dominating? I don't know. A lot of their lead is lost because people aren't playing by their game anymore as much. Doroboto, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. So that's the big thing, right? Is not only is the meta can shift because people will play other compositions, but things will sometimes get out of control because they'll try other compositions and Atlanta's like, wait, we don't know how to play versus that. And so their composition, while Winston Sombra Tracer might even still be viable, they don't know how to play versus it. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make this read of like, yo, is our composition still viable, or do we just actually need to make adjustments? You know what I'm saying? One of the big things that I was pointing out is that I think Winston Sombra Tracer can still be viable, but you need a Kiriko. Brig ain't gonna versus these Illaoi comps. You can't run Brig, these compositions, versus the Orissas and the Illaiaris. It's not gonna work. You gotta run them with Kiriko. And now we got a real big problem because Atlanta does not seem to want to run Vigilante. They don't want to seem to run Vigilante. They don't want to run the Ana Kiriko. Maybe they don't know how to run the Ana Kiriko. Maybe Vigilante is not as good as Violet on the Ana Kiriko. So then all of a sudden, Atlanta, who could theoretically still play the Sombra Tracer composition, might have to migrate totally away from it because they don't have the practice versus the non-mirror, or they don't have the pieces for it. Now the question is why do metas shift towards the mirrors? Well, the reason metas shift towards mirrors is because once a team finds a composition that starts with a mover and shaker and builds out towards the characters that synergize best, the more practice people get, the more people realize that, you know what? Soldier isn't just that good. We've been experimenting and we really think that Sojourn is better. And so what happens is they get more and more practice on the better hero. And the more you practice a hero, the less there is reason to play anything else. So you say, goodbye Soldier, we're only playing Sojourn. And then you're like, you know, Bap Yari is really good. I don't think we have any reason to ever we had that Bap Zen variant we were playing, you know, but people figured out how to play versus it. I'm not so convinced. So you know what, we're going to remove Bap Zen. We're just going to play Bap. And what slowly happens is it's like a die-off. Where you like, you know, you have a tomato plant here and you prune off the suckers, right? Because it's taking attention away from the really important thing, which is the slightly strongest variations. People try, they fail. People get better at playing versus the other variants, and the really strong foundation, the best synergies with the original mover and shaker slowly shapes. Now, we will still see some map picks or some hero picks, and some teams will refuse to, but that's eventually what happens. And then what ends up happening is people stop trying so hard to play around the Illaiari because they realize that it's just easier to just play the Illaiari. Now, is that necessarily the case this time around? Maybe, maybe not. But it's survival of the fittest. The little details that might give you an advantage here and there, teams get smarter at playing around it, and then they start to die off. And it just becomes simpler to just play the best characters that synergize the best. And you'll notice one other thing too. You'll notice one other thing as well, is that metas will not only tend to trim down, but they'll also start to slow down. Not always the case, but I would say 67, 2/3 of the time, 67% of the time. What happens is, as teams get more comfortable with the characters they're playing, they can start to advance their execution and their knowledge. So 3-2-1 group up speed in works less in taking angles, crossfire, mechanics, counter dive, scouting starts to matter more. And there's no better way to demonstrate this is when it was Goats meta. What was the original variation of Goats? You played Moira, Lucio, Brig, and you ran over the enemy tank. Or you ran right on point and you turtle on point. Right? And then people go, well, we're going to mirror you on Goats now. Okay, so we're playing Goats versus Goats. Moira just gluts out a lot of healing. But man, it's actually kind of hard to kill the enemy tank if they're not feeding, if they're getting good bubbles, or they're getting matrix, or they're getting heal, Lucio speed and armor packs and Moira heal. You can't kill the enemy tank. Here's a question, guys. What if you played Ana? Moira runs out of juice. Yeah? So as long as your tank doesn't feed immediately, and Ana can heal a lot longer. And Nano Boost, at least in the Goats trade, was a better ultimate than Cole. So teams would go, oh, let's go Ana. That beats Moira. Because as long as we don't end and we play carefully and slowly and control offense, and then the Ana can heal the diva on an angle, also, it's great, guys. It's phenomenal. Ana better. Ana's chief. And you guys can see where I'm going with this, right? And then people go, you know what? What could it Reinhardt live with a Zenyatta orb in Lucio Brig pocket? Is that even possible? What if, because we could discord the enemy Ryan and really hurt him. And we could discord that diva, and Trance is, oh my gosh, Trance is huge. We got all the support ult. We got Rally, Beat, and Trance. We have all the support ult that we could possibly want. And you guys see what I'm saying. Teams got a little bit better, a little bit slower, a little bit more disciplined, a little bit better at controlling maps and things like that. And all of a sudden, Zen Lucio Brig kind of comes back in. And things start to slow down eventually. And that's kind of like a little bit of a detail that you may or may not notice. Characters that are better at controlling the map, characters that are better at scouting, controlling of angles, doesn't always mean slower. I think that's a bad term, but controlling the map better. And then again, that doesn't necessarily mean, poke heroes. Sarmer and Tracer are phenomenal at controlling the map. But it's a little detail. A little detail. Things always start more frantic. The need for peel and survivability always matters more, and then they start to slow down. Slow down. Slow down. That's kind of where we're at right now. Now, metas shift, experimentation happens. Hydrate, thank you. People will continue to experiment. And as I suggested earlier, there are some things turning behind the scenes in the Overwatch League meta as we speak. But when we talk about balance and we talk about meta, the most important thing is you need to find who are the people that are dictating the meta with their potency. And then you need to look at the characters and be like, do they need to be nerfed? Do they need to be buffed? Do other characters need to be buffed and nerfed? And don't just assault people indiscriminately based off of pick rates. We talked about this with that Genji video I did a long time ago, where the balance team said Genji's balanced because he has a high pick rate. And that ticked me off because Genji has a high pick rate because he's fun. Doesn't mean he's balanced. Orissa's pick rate, very high right now. Does that mean that she's brokenly OP? No. It just means that she synergizes really well with Illari, Bastion, and with Tormir. Now, am I defending Orissa's survivability? Do I think that Orisa is a poor tank design to an extent? Yes. Yes. I think that's absolutely the case. But if we nerf Orisa hard, she's going to be unplayable. So you really, 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 really got to be careful what you do, because we've seen the consequences of not understanding what makes a meta. And not only does it mess up pro balance, but it also messes up rank balance too. Do you guys have any questions? I know this went on for a little bit longer, but I think it's kind of hard to like simplify this all down. What are your bottom 3 least favorite characters balance-wise? Balance-wise. Balance-wise. Not even design-wise, balance-wise. What are the 3 characters that I think that are out of whack balance-wise? I think Pharah. Very oppressive, very niche, very strange. I don't know if I have anything there. I think most of my complaints come more to do with the character design and less to do with the balance itself, the power strength. Reaper? No. I think Reaper's still like relatively niche, which is fine for me. He's a little bit of a basic design, so as long as he stays somewhat niche, I'm okay with it. I think Reaper definitely needs a bit of a rework. We did all the reworks already on that YouTube video, but he's not super like powerful, so I'm okay with that. Hog, same thing with Hog. Hog is a character that is weak, but he deserves to be weak until they figure out what they want to do with him. Orisa synergizes because she just doesn't die to Torbjorn and Bastion, and she doesn't demand as much ranged healing as some of the other tanks. Thank you, Rondi. Yeah. Some of the hot takes and channel. Yeah, maybe I'll do some hot takes. There's a couple of things in Hammer Time I wanted to look at first, though. I wanted to look at this post here. Some interesting takes about the current state of the tank role from SCV's 2 most recent podcasts. All right, hold on to your butts, guys. This is going to be fun. How is Life Weaver Tree utilized after the overhealth buff? Much more. I don't think it's really utilized any differently. It just gives your squishies like overhealth, which is like super nice. Any words on tanking? Is it fine? Can it be helped? I think the problem... Is this the timestamp here? Oh, I wish we had the time. That's okay. And the problem with tanks fundamentally is that there are situations in the game where you just can't play. If DPS supports aren't really having that level of value, you can do absolutely nothing. You're at the front line who gets absolutely well on it. It's a very masochistic feeling. It goes on to say that some tanks exaggerate a little and that the role can be feast as much as fan, but that really sucks if you want to play certain heroes. Okay, here's a question for you guys. I think the problem with supports is that there are situations in the game where you just can't play. If your tank or DPS aren't really having that level of value, you can do absolutely nothing. You're the one in the back who's getting absolutely wailed on by the enemy DPS and tanks. It's a very masochistic feeling. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So why... I'm not saying the statement is wrong. I'm asking, are we gaslighting ourselves, or is there something that tank deals with more that supports DPS don't? I think there is. I have a guess, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. I have a couple of guesses. I want this to be kind of like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like I don't have like a concrete opinion in this because I think it's hard to know for sure, but I have a couple of ideas and some things to throw around. Why do tanks complain so much nowadays? Why are all the tanks complaining? What's changed with the tank role? Clups, the fact that it's one person makes it feel worse. I think that's probably the most important thing that when it comes to this tank discussion. I think the problem with tank is that because we're now the solo tank, you more directly interact with every bad thing the enemy team has to offer more frequently. I think that you're the one that has to more directly counterplay. You're not counterplay, but you're the one that has to directly play into the worst of what the enemy team has to get. I don't even think it's necessarily other roles have people who can pick up the slack. If you're underperforming on any hero, your team is going to feel it. So I actually don't necessarily agree with this statement from Custa, but I agree with the sentiment. I understand the feeling that it feels like you can't play the game because everything that you want to do directly runs into what the enemy teams want to do. Guys, here's the problem that we have to understand with this whole tank discussion is it's the getting of value and the feeling of getting of value. That are very two different things. Two very different things. If I go in as tank, as Winston, and I jump the backline, Bastion, turret forms, Torb overloads, sleep dart, and I get out alive using bubble, that is a massive cooldown trade. Massive. Very positive for my team. But that doesn't feel good for me. I don't enjoy that. In fact, I could think about it as like I can do nothing this game because every single time I jump in, I get overload, I get turret form, I get sleep dart. That's the problem. You go in, you get maximum value, but minimum dopamine. Maximum value, minimum dopamine is the tank experience when you get counterpicked. You hear me? There's your time. There's your soundbite. There's your soundbite. That's the problem. So the problem is not being counterpicked because again, rock, paper, scissors, at least in the tank role, is overrated. And even in the DPS role is overrated, but it still feels awful. That in combination with the fact that most people don't know how to counterplay or adjust because they only know how to play one way makes everything feel terrible. So the problem is can you play Winston into Reaper, Bastion, Torbjorn? Yes. But you may not like it. You see, I do this all the time because I'm, bro thinks he's a coach. I'll log into, a ranked game or a quick play game with buddies and they'll try to counterpick my Winston, right? Because I like Winston. And I just like, go ahead, good try. And we always win those games because I know how to play around it. And I personally enjoy the thought of like counter playing them and baiting them and stuff like that. But the average player is not going to like that. And that's not because I'm like some sort of like, the average person. No, it really is not as fun. You don't do as much tickies. You know what I'm saying? I get it. So that's your problem. So this is wrong, I think, objectively. But the subjective feeling, which is exactly what's talked about here, is understandable. And is a very, very common feeling. And the reason, again, why that happens more with tank is because tank is the one that is consistently, directly interacting with the enemy team. See, here's the thing, is you could pick Zen and stay in the back and spam, and you could feel like you could actually be doing not a lot, but you're still getting a little bit of dopamine tickies. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be also more likely to blame other people that have had more direct impact. Feels really bad to be a one-trick tank right now. Okay. We'll talk about... Okay, well, actually, before we move on, okay, let's go to our Winston, Reaper, Bastion, Torbjorn thing. What's the problem then? What's the problem? How do we solve this problem? How do we solve this problem? It's not adding another tank. It's not buffing Winston. How do we solve this problem? How do we make the impression of directly doing things better? You play around the situation, but you guys are approaching it as in how do I solve the situation as a player strategically? I agree, but remember, we're not talking about this from a coaching perspective. We're talking about it from a game design perspective, as in we want this to be enjoyable. Get better, get good. I mean, yeah, but that's not going to keep people playing the game. Add more tanks, but I don't want to. I want to play Winston. Tank more health. Now the rule's busted. Not a solution. A second tank, yeah. So let me stop you really quick here. Who are the problem characters? Because you got to really think carefully. Bastion, Torbjorn, Discord on tank, Sleep Dart and Nade, you guys got me, right? Are those problems not fixable, but improvable? Yes, obviously. Torbjorn's fire rate. Is that kind of silly? Yes, surely surely we can do something about that. Surely we can do something about the Discord. Surely Discord could be nerfed on tank specifically. Surely biotic nade duration can be reduced on tank. Surely Bastion turret form could be adjusted to maybe have less potency on tanks. Because remember, guys, we don't want to remove the individual nuance of each character, but we do not want caricatures like we did in Overwatch 1. We don't have the attack and defense category anymore. You got me? So why does Bastion have a turret form that does as much damage as it does to tanks? Why? Why is that the case? Why is he such a character? Why do I have a character like Pharah that permanently has a Mercy Pocket hovering in the sky? Why? My argument to help this problem is you need to look at the problem characters that this affects, because it's not an accident that the characters that keep coming up are Bastion, Zen, Ana, Torb, and so on. High value for low skill, right? You see, the thing is I'm an Ana Zen player, right? And okay, this is the crazy thing too. I coach people not to always Discord tank because it's not the best move. I coach people to not always nade tank because it's not always the best move. But when you get naded and discorded as a tank, you don't go, hey, all right, I took one for the team. That's stupid. No, you're thinking, it sucks, right? It's not fun, even if it isn't the best move. So sadly, you do need to incorporate that. I mean, listen, I'm Mr. Competitive Integrity here, guys, but you know, we should consider those things. We should consider those things. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I actually don't think that we necessarily have a healing and damage creep necessarily. I think this past patch we did. But I am saying that there's because even here's the other thing, right? Here's the tanking thing. Chat, who's the first tank that they're gonna pick if you're playing Winston, Reinhardt, Ball, Doom? Who are they gonna pick? Who are they gonna pick? Orisa. Every time. Every time. Ladies and gentlemen, is Orisa always the best pick for tank? No, she's not. She's not even, dude, she's not even that crazy. She's pretty strong in the meta right now, but even in the previous metas, people would still pick her. Why? Do you know why people would pick Orisa even if she's not the best pick for the situation? Because if I'm the tank player in the enemy team and there's a Winston that's diving my backline and I'm playing Reinhardt, I go, gee whiz, I can't really shoot that Winston guy. Frick, man, how do I help my team? Huh? Oh, I know, the character that shoots the Winston guy. Bro, Orisa isn't even that good in the tank war. She's not even that good at the tank war. People made fun of me when I said that Orisa doesn't counter Reinhardt. Guys, she doesn't counter Reinhardt. She's not even that good. She's good in the Reinhardt 1v1, but she's not even that good at Reinhardt. But it feels like you are. That's the thing. You feel like you're doing it. Wham! Yeah! Dopamine! Survive! Poppity pop! Ah! You know, it feels like you're doing the right thing. You live a long time. You hit a javelin that has the hitbox of a Mack truck. You boop the tank around. Bam, 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 bam. But you don't. But you're not. But that's the thing, is you don't even do anything. But it doesn't matter because it feels bad. When I pick Reinhardt into Orisa, again, I go, look at this jackass. This guy thinks that Orisa's better than Brawl than Reinhardt. And then I cry because I'm winning, but it doesn't feel very fun for me. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, is even when it doesn't counter, it still feels like it does. It still feels like it does. When I'm playing Ball And they go Orisa and Discord and Ana, and I bait all of their cooldowns, but I can only slam like once every hour because otherwise I just get one shot. I don't think about all the cooldowns that I'm baiting. I think about the fact that I can never actually even try to shoot anything and never kill anything. It feels like a game of like whack-a-mole trying to not get smoked. I don't go, oh, look at that. I baited Orisa Javelin. Nobody cares. I try to talk about these things in my coaching sessions so that people are aware of these things, so that you do feel good about baiting those cooldowns. But we don't have to pretend that that's fun, right? So the Orisa is the tank counter pick. I laugh as I watch them chase me around the map, but it still feels bad. It still feels bad, and that's the problem. So then again, we kind of bring up the question: is what's the problem with Orisa? Ladies and gentlemen, what is the problem with Orisa? Is Orisa really the anti-tank tank? Yes, kind of. But what's the problem with Orisa? It's too little value for too little effort. In fact, guys, you could look at Orisa's Javelin and be like, man, we need more abilities that feel that good. They hopefully are not that easy to land, but Orisa could be hitting Javelins and doing nothing with them, but it feels good, right? Easy value for little work. So you need to look at Orisa and be like, hey, can we make this character still feel fun, but take a little bit more effort, and maybe spread the love to where Orisa doesn't have to only focus the enemy tank. Because that's the other problem with Orisa as well, is because she doesn't have the mobility. Of course she's going to focus your tank. What else is she going to shoot? What else is she going to shoot? So it's both a good and a bad thing for Orisa. Orisa has limited options, so she takes what she's given. And that's exactly what makes it. When you have a character that only does one thing, it's a caricature. It's not good character design. Chat, can you think of any other characters that only do one thing? Bastion, Pharah, Roadhog, Reaper, Wrecking Ball. Ooh, true. Widowmaker. You guys got me? Moira. Shockingly, those characters are kind of annoying. You got me? When you have characters that are caricatures, they're not fun. Because for them to be good and not trash, they have to be very, very strong at that caricature. And that really takes people off. I mean, even Ball to an extent, right? Ball is so bad in tank matchups that he has to be elite at dealing with and assassinating backliners. Now, am I saying buff Ball's tank damage? I mean, I don't know, not necessarily, but we got to be very careful about how we buff Wrecking Ball. Because he's already a demon at assassinating backlines that don't have CC. You guys kind of see what I'm saying? So, let's keep going. Let's keep going. If the things are actually balanced, then they'll create an environment where you counterpick each other. The armor is that it doesn't apply to other roles. You don't get counterpicked as hard. I just think the counterpicking is more obvious. Pharah gets counterpicked, Widow gets counterpicked, Tracer gets counterpicked, Sombra gets counterpicked. I mean, I even have a hard time coaching soldier players when the enemy team is playing Widow Tracer. You know, what do you tell your soldier player? You know what I'm saying? So I do think that other roles get counterpicked. It just doesn't feel as obvious. And again, the reason why is because when you have 5v5, the tank is the most obvious thing to counterpick. When playing Zenith, if the Doomfist is good, I have to play Ana or Brig. Something that at least has some form of counter. I think there is counter swapping. I think Tanks by Far the World needs the most counter swapping because you just lose the ability to play the game against certain characters. Again, I don't necessarily agree with this, but it loses the ability to directly influence the game. I get. It was the bad pick, and the support CPS often don't recognize that they should switch because it's not obvious. A lot of tank players are frustrated with the fact that everyone in the lobby knows that tanks are the ones getting counters, so they also get to blame the most. Sure. 1 to 11 level, they don't realize that every hero is actually the 5 highlight is just the most obvious for tanks. Yes. I just think the experience of player was the worst. I'm on the right pick, but I'm getting blame for it because their team don't want to go to what's needed. That's true. From the discussion about sustaining healing, has there been so much healing for the supports? Stuff doesn't die. I don't agree with this. We talked about the healing creep. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think more of maybe a DPS output pressure increase, but I think objectively, I don't think that we've had a really healing creep. Power creep maybe has been in the game with the last patch, which I think was happened right after the last patch. Yeah. Tanking is a lot more patient now. I think the biggest buff for supports has been the support passive, personally. I think tank is definitely still tank. It's extremes. If you don't die, you're just gonna explode. That's the unfun part. By the way, you notice in the language here. Notice the language here. What does this sound like? If you don't die, or you just don't die, or you instantly explode. It's caricature. It's caricature, right? It's extremes, right? All or nothing, which again goes into questions about these heroes' design. I'm not saying that necessarily that Orisa and Widowmaker are who Flats is referencing. I'm saying in general, the all or nothing mindset is not something that people like very much. People are biased towards negative memories. I agree with that, of course. But to an extent, I think this is to an extent correct. If I'm playing Winston into snipers or certain comps, I live forever. I do 1 million damage. I feel great. When I play Winston into counters, my job goes immediately to the opposite end of the spectrum to just baiting cooldowns and living myself. And I basically do no damage. That extreme is what makes people annoyed. People don't like that. Forced playstyles aren't fun. And not just forced playstyles, extreme ends of the spectrum playstyles. Where Winston can do a ton, Winston just baits cooldowns. Winston kills, Winston baits cooldowns. You can play complete opposite ends of the spectrum, just depending on the enemy comp. I'd like to have a middle ground somewhere. Right? So, well, some people were like, oh, why are you removing nuance from the characters in your reworks? Let Reaper still be a tank buster. This is why. These are the same people that will then complain about, tanks not fun to play, when that's exactly what we're trying to address here. You need to give characters nuance, but they must have dynamics. If characters do not have dynamics, they become caricatures and they become unfun to play against, and they become rock, paper, scissors characters themselves. How do you balance hero identity without making a caricature? That is a tough part, but we've done it very successfully with many characters. I think if you look at something like a Genji, if you look at something like an Ana, is she powerful? Yes. Is she a little bit too powerful? Yes. But she's got nuance. Diva, Echo, Mei, I don't know, Ryan, right? Sojourn, Symmetra, parts of her kit still need to work, but has a little bit more nuance, but better than Overwatch 1, right? We're getting there. Higher skill, right? Not just more dynamics, but also higher skill ceilings too, right? Healthier skill curves. Ram has dynamics. I just think that his character design isn't as interesting, if that makes sense. I think he's clunky. I don't like his ultimate, but the hero does have dynamics. The overarching issue is that Overwatch was originally designed with a whole cast of caricatures with tiny niches. Now they're trying to move away from that, but they can't remove the whole design because of nostalgia. Perfect summation right there. You talk about cheese characters, you talk about tank being miserable, you talk about support struggles and DPS struggles. That's it right there. I could not put it better myself. I agree with Jake. I think we should move away from more niche supports. Every hero should have a strong and a weak point. I'm not saying every character is homogenous. Should not be homogenization, but there's a balance. Don't tell me that you don't enjoy playing Junker Queen and Sojourn. Don't tell me that you don't enjoy playing Echo or Winston or the reworked Symmetra or even the reworked Bastion, as annoying and powerful. Like, he's still too strong of a niche, but don't tell me, because that's the direction that we're going. Those characters are freaking fun. You don't need a hard, tiny niche for it to be a fun character. Yes, Mercy's design is the same as well. Has nothing other than pocket healing. Right, even Ryan. Ryan has way more mobility than he had in Overwatch 1. Slight disadvantage is fine. Nothing about Reinhardt will ever make him best on Dorado's second point. But the ability to get pin more often and have 2 fire strikes makes that point less awful. And that's the goal. If you make them squishier, they're just going to be tanky DPS. If you make them tankier, then they'll complain about getting slight score and not having fun. If you're playing tanky, you're going to voice a lot. It's a tricky one. Yeah, see, the problem, though, my thing is that I think we could definitely look at some of the tanks, but the problem isn't necessarily with tanks. The problem is what tanks are having to go versus, right? The problem is Bastion and Torb and Discord on tank. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's not really, I wouldn't even say it's necessarily like, yeah. Yeah. No, I think this is fair. This is an interesting point here. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think about this? Can you guys see this? What do you guys think? Map design issue? Maybe. Here's a question. What are the advantages of Mercy Moira? What are the advantages of Mercy Moira? Yes, Salamar. Yes. And I think for the most part, we've done Overwatch 2 has done a pretty good job of that. Survivability. Cheers, JWads. Pocket. Here's a question. If you're running Mercy Moira, you should have a DPS that's perma-pocketed, and you should probably either have more healing than the enemy frontline, or you should also be able to look, your Moira will also have the opportunity to flank backline too. So if you're playing Sigma versus Sigma in a Mercy Moira matchup, what should your priority be? What should your priority be? If I'm Jake on Sigma with a Mercy Moira without a Zen Bap, what do I need to be very careful with? Can't flank super well in circuit. That's true. Get past the other Sig. Yeah. Try to avoid the enemy Sig. Try to avoid the enemy shield trade. Try to save my cooldowns for more aggression on backline. Play resource light so that my Mercy can comfortably pocket the DPS. Play more bait. Right. So I think that, like, this is the thing, though, is that this is Jake. Jake is Overwatch League player, coach, thing, and even Jake is ticked off and locks Doom and runs it over. You know? It's tough. Would this be better if Moira had more utility? Would this be better if Mercy had more of an identity other than heal pocket? Yes. Now, Jake is also the type of person that kind of wants people to play the meta, right? Which I think is unreasonable. I think it's, yeah, see, I've always been a huge proponent for a true rank mode where you have to play meta and communicate. But that'll never happen, right? Exactly. It's never going to happen, but food for thought. getting comp diffed feels bad, but I would say half of getting comp diffed is also the person who's getting comp diff saying comp diff and not adjusting playstyle. Like, I cannot tell you how many games I won before roll lock when I was playing Reinhardt with a solo Zen healer, and I would just shield bot and let my DPS do whatever they wanted. Was it fun for me as much? No. But I didn't sit there and whine about the fact that I didn't have a lot of healing. I abused the fact that we had a lot of utility elsewhere, and I would just play bait. In fact, the last time, oh, those are nice roses. The last time I played Reinhardt in a quick play game, Rialto, we had Brig Lucio. And I just played really resource light and very disciplined. And we smoked it. The Brig Lucio killed it, right? But that's not as fun, you know? And I think to an extent, this tank problem is always going to be, and just balance in general is always going to be twofold, where it's going to be how rewarding, how likely, intelligent is the player going to be able to be in terms of adapting playstyle, and how far do we want to make that player adapt your playstyle? You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, if I have to play so careful because my Brig Lucio does nothing, is that fun for me? I enjoy it. Most players are not going to enjoy it. Jake complains about Moira Mercy. Is that a Moira Mercy problem or is that a Jake problem? I think it's probably both, but you're not going to be able to change player mentality. And I think you can change Moira Mercy. Exactly, Salamar. Exactly, Salamar. One tank at the wrong hero means you essentially no chance. And see, I just totally disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. I understand the impression that you're getting with that. And that's why we had this conversation. Because the impression, if the impression is very strong, then it's a problem. If I feel that as a Zenyatta player, if my tank goes something that doesn't peel me, and I just die over and over and over and over and over again, then it is an equal skill issue as it is maybe that character is too myopic. If I play Winston in Diamond and the enemy team goes Reaper, Bastion, Torbjorn and just picks those characters and I die and I'm unable to adapt my playstyle, that is a me problem, but it is also a caricature problem of the characters I'm playing into. Yes. I am trying so hard to educate people how to adapt and adjust playstyle. I'm really trying, but it's a drop in the pond. And I think you need to fundamentally change a couple of the characters and the way that you're approaching the game to improve it. There's always a skill issue element. Exactly. There will always be counter picking in Overwatch 2. Let me be very clear. That will never go away, but it could be mitigated a little bit, right? It can be mitigated. And remember, we talked about it's not just the counter picking, it's the impression of counter picking. When people counter pick you by picking Orisa, very rarely are they actually counter picking you. Very rarely are they actually counter picking you, but it sure feels like it. It sure feels like it. Yes, Night Owl, exactly. I wouldn't go that far, Swaggersaurus Rex, because I think Hog is probably the worst of the bunch. You gotta see what I'm saying? But I think that over time, we should move that direction. And remember, one of the big things that I always say is that you don't, a miss isn't, any little bit helps. Like you don't need to completely rework Bastion again. You could just do a couple of tweaks. Anything matters here. You don't need to trash all the characters that don't fit your archetype, Any little bit counts. It doesn't have to be perfect for it to be good. Right, exactly, Chris. In fact, I encourage most people actively not to counter swap because adjusting playstyle is generally a much better way of improving than just playing the counter pick game. But again, I'm thinking about things from improve your SR. So most people would rather have a fun game. Here's another soundbite for you. Most people would rather have a fun game where they felt like they did a lot than they would win the game. More people would rather feel like they did something than win the game. I promise you that's the case. Would you rather stick with Winston and learn how to adjust and climb in ranks because you're actually good at Winston? Or would you rather play tank, rock, paper, scissors and feel like, I'm helping, like Ralphie from Simpsons? Most people choose the latter. I mean, really, that's how it works. It's not just an Overwatch thing, it's a psychology thing. Would you think back in high school? Imagine back in high school. THK side. Thanks for the sub, mate. Imagine back in high school. Fill in the blank for whatever sport you played. Imagine that you got all your team's resources at the expense of the rest of your team. And every football game you played, you scored a ton of goals, or you scored touchdowns, or you made a bunch of dunks, or you hit a lot of goals, whatever. And you lost most of your games. You lost a few more games, but you did all the work, bro. You'd feel great about your high school sports. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yeah, I carried, man. Yeah, you would have legitimately have a more positive experience because you felt like you contributed more, even though you lost more games. That's just psychology. Yeah, see, but quack like a duck, again, that's a mentality issue. Is hog an optimal pick? No. Can you play around a hog? Yes, but people don't want to. People don't want to because it's not fun. It's not fun. I'm not saying you're wrong with the impression. I'm saying the impression is spot on. It's just psychology. And that's the tricky part. But is it going to be fun to play around him? That's my point. That's my point. You can play around him, but you won't because you don't want to. And I'm not blaming you necessarily for that. Because guess what? Everybody's like that. It sucks. And so that's where the game design needs to go into. Me as an educator, I have to emphasize the play style thing. And adjusting playstyle and mentality, but me as a critic or a content creator or whatever, a voice in the community, I have to emphasize the balance thing. You guys kind of see what I'm saying? Because I think both are right. It'd be great if we didn't have to worry about it. You know, is it a skill issue if you're in a coaching session with me? It's always a skill issue. Yes. But it's also almost always a game design issue if I'm reading a post like this. You should be doing your best to win. You see, I don't agree with that. And Ring, you should be doing your best. And then I would leave it right there. Not only because I think that's a better way of approaching the game, but I think that's the only realistic way of approaching the game. Doing your best to win is way, way too contextual. Even Jake's opinion, I don't even trust. Jake's an Overwatch League player, Overwatch League coach, brilliant guy. I don't even trust Jake's opinion about what's doing your best to win. I'm sure if we talked about meta or strategy or compositions or positioning, we'd find somewhere to disagree, and I'm going to do what I want and not what Jake wants. And Jake is Jake, much less the average, whatever random player in my plat, diamond, master, grandmaster, bronze games. Yo, Beth, we got to look at the card. I saved it for you. I saved the card for you.
Oh, we're gonna look right now?
Yeah, you want to look at it right now? Yeah. All right, chat. I'm gonna pause it for a second.
Can I just ask?
Yeah. So I gotta change my scene again. Here.
Is this a Whoa! Holy cow!
I got a mouse pad.
Sick, dude.
I got. Check all these books out. 1, 2, 3, 4 books. 5 books.
Oh my gosh.
The full Tolkien whatever things.
Oh my gosh, that's sick.
Yeah. Then I got a Stream Deck.
What is that?
That's for doing all the hotkeys for changing scenes and doing this and doing that. Right?
Dang.
I got a really nice monitor, bigger and way better than the one I have now.
Dang,
I got a monitor stand. Chat, what else am I missing? I got a really nice speakers.
Ooh, holy cow!
I got the Torbjorn thing, which you saw.
Okay, please let me show this to Aubrey.
I got the mouse pad thing.
Wait, is your mic on?
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
streaming, you're fine.
Oh my goodness.
Why does this actually fit there?
My sister's here, so.
Look at his palms, like oh my God.
His eyes.
Yeah, and then
Is this
yeah.
accurate?
Yeah. What was in the big box? All the stuff that I just said. A ton of gifts. Dude, I'm not even joking. It was like 10 gifts. Or 12 or
That's
13.
So funny.
Well, good thing Beth didn't get
Is that the sister who makes fun? Is that the somebody asked me, is that the sister who makes fun of you?
Guilty.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the one.
My reputation.
Songwriter.
Yeah, your reputation. Congratulations. All right. Wait.
Oh,
We're
sorry,
doing this
sorry,
together. I see this. So again, if you guys haven't seen it, this is the card I got, written by the crazy Tektress. Roll Tide.
Here, let's go.
Yeah, actually roll tide, but wait. Is your sister taller than you too? Oh my gosh.
I can't read it.
Okay, here we go.
She's small.
Alright. Happy oh wait.
I'm listening. I'm just over here.
Oh, I see. I even missed this thing. Okay, happy birthday, loves. I love you both, Neo.
Grandma.
Happy birthday to you both. Thank you so much for building this community, inspiring people to not only get better at Overwatch, but also develop and progress as people too, Garrett. Oh, thanks, Garrett. That's Georgia, man. Spilo and Pepper, happy birthday. Thanks for sticking true to yourselves for all the effort you put into this game. You truly are making the community a better place and have been a huge part of helping me see the biggest picture both in and out of Overwatch. He made a mistake because...
What is this?
Oh, yeah, shoot. I forgot the other thing. Holy crap.
What is that?
3D printed.
That's so cool.
That's some Overwatch logo?
Yeah, it's world's #1
Yeah,
coach.
it's got all the Patreons on it.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's 3D printed and everything.
This is the rank I'm at.
Yeah, yeah. This is what was in the big box.
It's like holographic.
Cheers, Lacoste. Chaos.
That's sick. Overwatch
Cheers,
coach of all-
Copper.
Overwatch coach of all time.
Is my whole family swole? I mean, it's the same one. Aubrey's swole though.
This is
Aubrey
me.
lifts. Okay, anyway.
Aubrey Swole.
Cheers, mashed potato.
Aubrey
Uh,
Swole.
Hello and happy birthday. Thank you for all that you do and the fun that you're doing it. I've done a lot of education and health work as part of my studies, my career. I'm glad to see you both being holistic as part of your passions. It reminds me there are many other people who care, value, and get value from the things I aspire to. May the wind always be at your back. Ice-T. Thank you, Ice-T. Yo, way fast. How you doing, mate? How's it going? Long time no chat. How you doing, man? You guys don't remember way fast? Legit, the legend of contenders, still the best Ashe player I've ever coached. And you got screwed over by Uprising Academy. Miss you, man. I still remember our first VOD review. Am I having a special meal? Yeah. My sister and my brother-in-law are coming over. We're gonna hang out.
The reason I can't stand over here is because I'm making pizza.
Yeah.
And I made a horrible cake that I'm trying to put sprinkles on.
Cheers, Ice-T. Timothy. Birthdays are always fun when they're spent with your communities. I truly hope your birthday is filled with blessings. Thank you, Timothy. To Spilo, I will heel hook you. Shut up, Matt. To Pepper, I aggressively chain wrestle until you catch me in a guillotine.
Wait, was that...
That was Grigor. Yeah, that was Matt.
Tell him, wait, actually,
Thank you, Marcel.
what was I going to say? Oh, tell him, Gregor, this
Matt, are you here?
true story. So there's this kid, I actually told the story today in class. There's this kid, his dad like comes to go class, and he's in the kids class. But he's just like hanging around or whatever. Also, I believe I'm bald here. I'll stand further back. Oh gosh.
She's bald.
He's like 7 years old, and so when his dad is like training, he just like jumps in like with whatever adult doesn't have a partner. And apparently he like watched one of the black belts wrist lock somebody. So he was rolling with me, and I was just like, whatever. He's like 7 years old. He's like this big. He's tiny. And he all of a sudden he grabbed
Almost my
my
size.
arm, and I was like, what are they doing? And then I was like, what the? This kid is like legitimately trying to wrist lock me. So now I feel like I really need to step my game because 7-year-old.
She got wrist locked by a 7-year-old.
What is it?
She got wrist locked by a 7-year-old.
I didn't get wrist lock. I allowed it.
What is it? What's the Aikido?
Aikido, yeah. I was sharing my
Okay,
Aikido.
can I tell you the Aikido story? No hate to you guys if you guys train Aikido. It just happens to be more often than not filled with people. It's like Roadhog mains, you know? Not all Roadhog mains, but... So, true story about Aikido.
I'm listening.
We occasionally had people that would come into the dojo. Yo, what's up, Apple Cider Witch? Thank you. We would have people come into the dojo, and you know they're interested in training. This was a couple years ago, and this guy comes in, and martial arts is awesome, but martial arts can also attract a certain demographic of people that think they're a little tougher than they actually are, and they want to talk about. Yeah, it's been like 3 years way fast. Yeah, sure, man. Message me. And they want to talk about all the stuff that they trained, and they're expect like, well, I trained under Master Koshi, and I'm like, bro, I don't know who the frick you are. I have no idea, bro. I'm just teaching BJJ. I've been doing this for like 5 years. You look like you've been like at least 10 times that. Anyway, so this guy comes in, kind of youngish, middle age, probably early 30s, and he's like, oh, well, I do Aikido and I do all this and this and that. And I don't know how they train in other places, but we taught at an MMA gym where we trained like when you spar, you got to show control. You know, we're not trying to get out concussions here. You're trying to practice good technique, but you don't want to hurt other people. So we're doing striking training, and you got to keep it tight. Well, this guy's just going too hard. And I love Pepper, but she's a really good instructor. So when people get a little too antsy, and they're trying to show off their like Aikido moves, and he wasn't very good at what he was doing. What's up, Ira? He went a little too hard.
It was my sister.
It was on your sister. It was Becky.
Becky, yeah.
Becky. So then Pepper's teaching the class, right? And she's like, "Hey, like we need to keep it chill." And so she starts sparring versus this guy. And he just starts ramping it up. And she's trying to get him to, hey, take it chill. Well, Pepper is not ramping it up. You were still like open palms with the gloves.
Nice.
You were being nice. But my man, I'm sitting on the floor because I just got back from Center Harbor teaching the other dojo. And so I'm in there waiting for the class to finish, for her to finish teaching. And my guy, I gotta adjust the camera here. My guy is going way too hard. He has no idea what to do with his hands. And he walks right, and she throws a cross, or it was a hook, a rear hook or something. Right hook. And he walks right into it. And she doesn't even throw it that hard. But I don't know what the deal is. Guy had a glass chin. I'm not even joking. She hits that right hook on this guy. And he makes a noise. Oh! I'm not joking, guys. It sounded like a cow in heat. And he falls like the freaking Tower of Pisa. Wham! On the ground. Dude, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. He was totally fine. I don't know if he just never been hit before. It wasn't even that hard of it. Not unconscious, nothing. No concussion, nothing. Just guy fell like a pancake. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And of course, he's a new student, you know, and I don't want to, I'm sitting there and I'm just like, you know, dude, that was the funniest thing, man. It was the funniest thing.
I felt a little bad.
Yeah.
Not that bad though.
Yeah. The thing is,
You're going too hard with guys. Like you're going too hard with like.
yeah, and this isn't. We're not like training fighters necessarily either. Like there's some MMA gyms that are fighter training, right? You got to go a little harder here. But this is not. We're not training fighters here. You know, these are just like some athletes, some adults, some people who compete, but not. We're not training for the octagon here. So,
He was.
yeah, it was the funniest thing. It was the funniest thing. Pepper hit the bullshido with those hands. Yeah. Pepper hit the bullshido with those hands.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing, dude. It was the funniest thing. All right, anyway. Spilo, Boomer, Pepper, it was super fun talking about ranked with you. Awesome cookies and pizza. And then Spilo again. I guess I have to say something nice. Super annoying, man. Happy birthday or something. I don't know. Literally got finger cramps after typing that. I want to say it's always super fun playing quick player pugs with you guys. For real, it's been done wonders for my mental HP. Happy birthday, you both. God bless, Tectress.
Aw.
Thanks, Tech.
I still wish
I'll blow you a kiss, but I could not care less about you.
I wish I had his hair.
Apple Cider Witch says Pepper got spicy. Don't stop dancing. Happy birthday, Spilo and Pepper. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Key off. Perfunctory, straight to the point. I appreciate it. She's been training under Steven Seagal. Yeah, she's been training under Steven Seagal. That's the worst video I've ever seen in my life. Happy birthday to two of my favorite people I've never met. Varashi. Thank you, Varashi. Oh, I know who this is. This is Baggins. Since everyone else is, I'm sure, just going to boost your egos, I'll do my best to not pile on too much more. Watching you both grow is not just in your professions, but as individuals and as a team has been such a joy to see from afar. Mad respect to the grind you both put out, but do please learn to take breaks and just breathe. Things won't just suddenly disappear just because you admit you're human. Specifically for Pepper, you are the true MVP that...
Who wrote this?
And Pepper, you're the true MVP that honestly I don't think it's enough recognition. Let's face it, Spilo is a weak little beta male of a man who is partially lost for a week without your prescience. Presence, yeah. You are truly are the backbone that is rarely seen, but when you show up, I know things are about to get serious. Come on, Baggins!
What?
Dude!
You want it?
Keep up the grind, you two, Mr. Claus. I know it's Baggins, man. Dude, this guy. Thanks, Manix. Dude, I freaking hate that guy. This is why you guys can't trust Discord mods. You guys are the worst. Legit. Not only are they stupid, but they got a big mouth, too. Alright. Yeah, shut up, Baggins.
I'm gonna make multiple wings.
Worthless. Favorite Spylo moment, video, or clip? Belly dance clip from Neo. Remember the belly dance clip?
Yes.
I know. Actually, can I find that? I wonder if it's in there.
Oh, make Ira and Aubrey watch it.
It's bad. It's.
Ira will watch it.
I don't know if I have it in the best of Spylo anymore. Maybe Neo will find it. I am. Let me give me like 10 seconds, and I don't find it really quick. Then I'll quit. It's an old one. It's a 20. Yeah, I can't find it. It's a 2019er, which is tragic. But maybe somebody will find it. I bet Neo has a bookmark somewhere. Happy birthday. Cheers, Georgia man. Thank you for the kind words, mate. Ice-T talked about Patreon and the I Need Your Help video. Cheers, Ice-T. Mashed potato, favorite Spylo moment. Video space and Overwatch. Kill boxes, what they are and why it matters. Stop being lazy. Overwatch 2 tips. So some of last year's initial VODs. Cheers. Timothy, I don't really have a favorite moment. To be blunt, I don't get so many chances to watch you on Twitch, but I truly enjoy your content on YouTube and appreciate your personality and constructive feedback. Cheers, mate. Daddy chill, that's your favorite moment? Of all the phenomenal sound bites and the philosophical golden, and that's what you got, is daddy chill. All right, Kiev says, I'm sure there's a ton of funny and entertaining options for this question, but honestly, the one that sticks with me the most is a very old video titled A Warrior Mindset, A Solution to Elo Hill. I remember that one. I remember recording that one. So one of the first videos I found of yours and resonated with me since it was probably the first Overwatch video I'd seen at the time that was about more than just playing the game. And for months, every time I hit a plateau, I'd go back and watch it again. Ground myself and try to reapproach the game with a better mindset. Cheers, Kiev. I didn't even know that. All right, here's the clip. Here's the clip. So that's sucky, but daddy chill. Daddy chill. So that's I just don't understand why that would appeal to anybody over the age of like 10. But I guess that kind of lines up with you, so. Varashi, be diamond at everything. Probably the best life advice you could give for a rich, fulfilling life. I have to remember that myself sometimes. Tektress, probably that crazy Kiriko VOD review with the Bastion rant and Hanzo rage on Dorado. Yep, I remember that one. I'm sure there's more, but it comes to mind first. Just watching your slow descent into madness in general brings me joy. I'm glad. The Tektress said the Dorado VOD review with the Bastion rant and the Hanzo dragon in the sky.
That was pretty good.
A gnome from Chad just about does it, Baggins. Yep, I actually just found that one. Here it is, chat. So again, true story with this one. I was coaching this guy since in a VOD review. Old buddy of mine. I've been coaching him for a long time. And then literally like 15 minutes into the VOD, literally 15 minutes, I've been sweating this thing, and this guy pulls this out of me.
Yeah, you definitely don't.
Chad! The guy gnomes me, and that was it. That was the VOD review. Because I'm like, I'm only 4 minutes in, but you know, I'm talking about playstyle and positioning, and I'm asking questions and answering, and the guy just gnomes me, and that was it. That was the entire VOD review. That was the VOD review. I got gnomed. All that work for nothing.
Well, not nothing.
Thank you, Lilith.
Fun for the rest of us.
Descent into Madness is why I watch Metro? Yeah, you're not the only one. Why do we support Spylo? Honestly, I saw a genuinely nice guy with a solid head and his shoulders who was willing to put it all on the line to get to a goal. I highly respect that. I personally don't know if I could do that myself. So I want to make sure I did what I could to just get him there, be it through coaching or just personal conversations. Spylo's taught me many lessons of being a leader. I don't know if I would have learned anywhere else. Mr. Claus. Cheers, Baggins. It's the first true words that you have ever spoken, ever. That and your bank account. He stole my credit card info, and now I feel bad for him, so I let him take 20 bucks out every month. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Neo, he was the very first one to help me, so it's brand loyalty at this point.
Wow.
He's a sweet, genuine guy. Hang tight. And Pepper has been a cheerleader for me and my goals, and I adore her perseverance. Your favorite mod, Neo. Thank you, Neo.
Love you, Neo.
Neo's not here anymore, but I'll send her the clip later.
Okay.
George Man, Garrett, started out as a coaching request, but it became apparent that he genuinely likes helping people and not simply trying to post videos for clicks. Haha, that's what you think. His work constantly reminds me that even when you improve at something, there's always an opportunity to reflect, and improve. Cheers, mate. Mashed potato. You've taught me how to approach Overwatch with both a have-fun mindset and with strong foundations while focusing on improvement. The ability to break things down to simple and digestible components is extremely useful and helps the coaching to be utilized readily in game. I don't know. What happened? Oh, Vexthorn, thanks for the donation, dude.
Super dumb question. When I am defending on escort or hybrid as a tank, what am I trying to accomplish with my positioning? I love your content.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for the $10. I would say that the one unique thing about escort and hybrid is that payload position matters. So let me try and give you a tip that's unique to payload. So with payload, it's about finding the balance between finding the best possible position for your tank. Eichenwalde, right? I've been practicing my German. High ground, right? Is awesome. But if you're on second point, sometimes holding high ground means that you have to give up the payload to push basically halfway to the checkpoint. So that means if you lose that fight, then you essentially get one recontest and you're done. Whereas if you hold the choke, yeah, maybe you don't always hold the optimal position for your tank, but you get multiple fights. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? So what I would do is I would try to find the balance between finding the optimal position for my tank, whether it's a nice long spam angle for Sigma with cover, a high ground for a dive tank, a corner for a brawl tank. Find the balance between that and how much payload progress you're getting. In other words, there's no real point stuffing the choke if it doesn't matter to your character. However, sometimes it might be worth it if it means that you're able to get another recontest. So it's all about finding the balance between, if I stop the cart early, I get more fights, but if I let them push the cart a little bit, sometimes I get better fights. Do you kind of see what I'm saying? That's kind of the balance. So sometimes you can have your cake and eat it too. For example, if I'm on Eichenwalde, if I'm playing Reinhardt on second point, I'm holding the choke because I got a choke and I get to stop the cart early. It's amazing. I get the best of both worlds, right? But on other tanks, it's not going to be so easy. You know, I'm thinking like a Route 66, right? Sigma wants to hold high ground on the gas station sometimes, but that also means that they can push cart a lot further than if you hold the corner. So you might need to look at your composition and look at the situation to decide what makes the most sense. That's even something that affects pro Overwatch play, which is why some teams will spawn camp. If the composition doesn't benefit a lot from like high grounds and chokes and corners, they'll just spawn camp because spawn camping means 3 fights, right? So you see that sometimes with brawl comps that don't benefit from high ground as much, they'll spawn camp because it's more fights. Yeah, spawn camp Havana, exactly. Like if you're playing Reinhardt, you don't really benefit that much from playing the back corner as much as you do spawn camping. They're not so it's like the corner is better, but you end up giving up so much cart progress that you might as well just spawn camp. That's a great one, yeah. But that's one of the unique things I'd say about escort and hybrid. Thanks again for the donation, mate. I appreciate it. Mashed potato. You have the ability to break things down to simple and digestible components is extremely useful and helps coaching be utilized readily in game. Good, I'm glad. Seeing you succeed in making videos and coaching players day in day out has inspired me to have a strong mental to seek my more ambitious goals in life and out of game, and even the most daunting tasks are possible, like working with Overwatch community day in day out. Cheers, mashed potato. That's really kind of you, mate. I'm red barring here. Hang on, chat. We're red barring. Chat, what if I have to end stream?
Why?
Well, okay, I just red barred. Strangely. Oh, no, I think we're back. Okay, I guess we're back. Weird. I got panicked there for a second there. We're back. Timothy, why do you support Spilo? He's a good coach. By a good coach, I just don't mean coach. To be a good coach, you need to be a good communicator. To be a good communicator, you need to be able to understand difficult concepts in terms that others can understand. Spilo is one of the few streamers I genuinely enjoy watching do his no-nonsense approach to not just the mechanical part of the game, but the mental aspect as well, which I feel is often overlooked. Are you eating a cookie? I don't like to talk about Overwatch only, though. Personally, I think Spilo would make a great variety streamer due to his fun personality and likable demeanor. Thanks, Timothy. I appreciate it, mate.
Well, I've got some matching followers.
Yeah, Varashi says, I have a huge respect for people taking a difficult route and going for their passion project. The fact that your Overwatch coaching goes further than that, just also the game itself, is what really makes you stand out. Also, you build an awesome little community of awesome people. I'm glad to be part of it. Thanks, Varashi. Rashi, I appreciate your time as well. You're helping part of that. You're part of that community.
Dueling you on Widow.
Nah,
Not-
Rashi, you're
not
just in
Ash.
time. We were just reading your nice message.
Not Ash because I lose.
Are those actually? What are those? Is that cookie?
No, this is what was supposed to be a cake.
Oh.
It's just like a pancake. What's good?
Tetris. Around 2 years ago, I saw my first Spylo video on YouTube. My coach recommended it. Some Plat Genji VOD review. Maybe it was on Paris? Or maybe Havana? I don't know, don't remember. Didn't help. Actually, it was around when I first learned about offling, so I think it helped. Thanks, Tech. That's such a sincere compliment. Since then, I really like your level-headed approach to mentality, both in-game and life in general. Though I've never been coached by you, thanks to you, my outlook in many aspects of life have... That's true. Tech has never been coached by me. That's weird. Improved on that. Can bench my SR. You've been such a blessing to the Overwatch community. I would hate to see you not be able to do this anymore. So out of pity, I throw money at you sometimes. Tectris. Thank you, Tech. Also, screw you. I meant every word. Thanks, Rashi. At least I didn't have to say something insulting back to you. Is it not weird for you to be talking in the chat with my family around? Nah, they're used to it at this point. At least these guys are. Kiev. Your coaching has helped me realize really critical things about myself, my learning and growth mindset, my own enjoyment at the most important times. Thank you for caring about your students, even when you pretend like you don't. I'm a great... I couldn't think of something fast enough. Beyond just their ranks, their ability in games, sometimes it really makes a difference for people. Thanks, Kiev. Song recommendations. Oh, this is not going to be good. WAP by Cardi B. Thank you, Neo. Thank you, Neo. River Drift by Twiddle. Mashed Potato. Why? It's a good jam. Maybe you'd be able to sing it well. Maybe. I'll have to check these out later. Timothy on PC. Ben Bomer? Purple Line. Why? No idea. Oh, dear. Chat, I don't know these songs. Mr. Claus. Go Off by Zonti. Oh, this is the God Taught Me guy. I remember Zonti. I'll have to check it out later. Why? The song is just Spylo in a nutshell. When he sets his mind on something, he's about to go off, and only Pepper God himself can stop him. He doesn't back down easily, but he is smart and calculating in how he moves forward. Baggins, how long did your nose grow when you actually wrote a sincere compliment? Gregor, Beef Rap by MF Doom. Why? Food. Kia, Why We Lose by Cartoon. Why? When you told me to grind tryhard FFA every day, and I took that assignment really seriously. I kept tilting off the planet and needed to put music on. I originally found the song from one of Sparkle's videos and just liked it. It did a good job just getting me in the zone, and it became my go-to whenever I started really tilting in game. It still works to help me just chill.
Music selection, sorry.
Yes. Varashi, Namaskara Mudra, Astroncer. Why? Probably out of your preferred music style range, but it's really sufficiently complex and rich music for EDM psytrance that you might appreciate. Thank you, Varashi. I will check it out. Tetris, Ryusei by Muck, which is funny because Ryusei is actually Lightwaves, or that's her battle tag in game. Do I listen to any worship music? Not particularly. I like some of the old hymns. Not as much in a fan of the current praise and worship scene. Why? We talked about music a bit, Tech, but I didn't mention my favorite band when you asked me about it, so here it is. Don't you dare call it weed music. It has nothing to do with anime. Sounds like something that a weeb would say. For real though, they are incredibly talented and can play in a wide variety of styles, from super hardcore to soft and happy. They've been my favorite band for over 10 years. Even my mom likes them, no joke. Okay. And then Arietta has a card in here, which I can't forget Arietta.
Oh, she gave me the card.
Tech is definitely coping. Yeah, because she wasn't in the, she didn't sign the original one. Happy birthday, Spylo. I hope you and Pepper love the gifts and have a wonderful time celebrating together. Favorite Spylo moment? Clip of Spylo repeatedly failing to wall ride as Lucy and Aisha.
Oh, I remember that.
Dude, I remember. And I'm pretty sure I was on Lucio because Arietta didn't want to play Lucio. Every single time that me and Arietta get into a game, we always end up on support together. And we have to sit there and stare at each other like, which one of us is going to have to play Lucio? Which one of us is going to be able to play Ana? And, you know, we usually take turns, but yeah. Do I have your settings correct? You just did a whole video on it. Oh my gosh. Song recommendations, Here and Now by Letters to Cleo. Why? It serves as a kind of reminder for me to stay grounded and focused in each moment rather than letting them pass me by. It's also fun to run to. No, that's okay, Aria. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're sick. All right. But the card is so nice, though. It's nice. It's a Hallmark card. Thank you, Ariad. Why do you support Silas? Silas' educational Overwatch content is second to none. Thank you. Back when I played Overwatch competitively, I learned a great deal of Overwatch macro and how to VOD review by watching Spylo's content. Early on in my coaching career, I got the opportunity to talk to Spylo and how to VOD review a collegiate team I was coaching. Ever since then, Spylo has been endlessly helpful and supportive of my coaching endeavors. Recently, I got the opportunity to represent my family's home country in the Overwatch World Cup, and I know I wouldn't have gotten this far without coaching if it wasn't for all the advice Spylo gave me and the connections he helped me build. I don't think I'll ever be able to properly express just how grateful I am for his kindness and generosity. Play more, Lucio. When I heard about Spylo's Patreon, it was a no-brainer that I would support it because of all the help he's been giving me over the past few years, Arietta. Thank you, Arietta. That is really, really, really sweet. That is very, very kind. This means so much to me, guys. I wish I could express exactly, not just the gifts, but just the kind and just the thoughtfulness. You know, I think that's something that I've kind of learned as I've gotten older. It's like as a kid, you know, you want the big expensive gifts, and as you get older, you want the really big and expensive. No, you realize that like just the thought itself, you know, the effort that put into thinking of some of these ideas, and you know, writing all those words, like that means more than anything else. That's so kind. I just don't know exactly what I'm saying, to be honest with you guys. This is a total surprise to me. So you guys are super generous in more ways than one. So. Really, really appreciate it. Props to Kioff for starting this. All right. Well, I know who to blame for a lack of $600 gift card.
The only reason you got so much stuff is because you're the coach. If I was the coach, I would have gotten more stuff.
You would have gotten more stuff? You would have gotten more trash.
No. I already have.
You would have got a garbage can to sleep in.
I'm going to sleep in a garbage can?
Yeah. That's where the trash goes. It's my birthday? What did I get?
You get your candy.
Bro, Baggins! I thought I was gonna get a book from you. I got candy, y'all. This is not product placement. Cheers, all. I appreciate y'all the support. Chat, I'm gonna go spend some time with my family. I'm gonna toss a host over to Scarlet Spell. I don't know who this person is, but it seems like they put some effort into their stream and they're playing support. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, no hot takes today. Stay tuned. We will be back on Saturday. The plan is to be here on Saturday as well. So it doesn't mean that we won't have time for some other stuff. Maybe we'll do some hot takes between Al, juicy. So we'll see. Loves and kisses. Thank you so much for all the kind words and the subs and all that, the donations and just this whole mess,
Yeah,
and honestly just the discussion. If you weren't able to you know, give me your life savings, I probably won't hold it against you. I might not have your name on the list, but I really appreciate you guys just being here nonetheless. It made things a lot more fun. So chat, loves and kisses. Jump in the raid. Thank you. Have fun celebrating. Yes.
I'm holding a knife.
Yeah. That's not intimidating at all. All right, chat. Loves and kisses.
Thank you guys.
See you guys.